last time on Tales of the Omega Astria, the party finally set foot in Nox Hollow and got to work on a plan to get off Zokril Prime. They inquired with a Furbolg engineer named Tyro about purchasing their own custom-built ship and realized they needed to gather significantly more funds in order to pull it off. Meanwhile, their companion, the Loxodon Drigi, struggled with something internally and sought out the Temple of Udon for guidance. Accompanied by Kok, she found herself learning from a Githyanki priest about new ways to look at life and how to walk the path she is traveling. Sometime later, a fire began to burn bright at the Morktown trade post, and the party came together to fight off 2 muscular zombies with some help from 4 late-arriving characters that they had not met prior. After, a large group of townfolk gathered around Nox Hollow's water source, the well, but the party had other obligations. You guys still need to find ways to make enough credits to purchase the ship you want. You also know that you have not yet secured a place to stay tonight. There's also a bunch of other side quests that need completing. But first, at the end of last session, Kok, collapsed in pain, is a vision of some sort. A meeting of 4 strange figures took over his mind. These continued messages from the one true anomaly, growing stronger every time they occurred. As your bodyguard Drigi splashes a bucket of water on your face and you begin to come to your senses, there is still something lingering in your mind. You feel as though you have not quite detached from wherever you were, or perhaps whomever you were. And in the corner of your thoughts, somewhere deep within the inner workings of your cranium, you hear an old, wizened voice reach out to you. Fenja, have you returned to me?
Oh. Ah.
Kok, your vision is blurry. You can just barely see Drigi standing over you. More so, you hear her mumblings as she tries to get your attention. She even shakes you, but this other voice has its hold on you, and you can feel a rumbling begin to start in your head as it speaks again. I sense your presence, Fenja. Please, speak to me. Where are you? What would you like to do?
Having just woken up, I do what any man would do, and I scream in agony with every fragment of my being.
Okay, you scream in agony. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Vocal cords explode on the spot. That is 15 plus whatever my Constitution is. 17.
All right, 17. You're holding it together. You definitely feel an immense headache in your mind, and you can't shake from this feeling. And this voice just continues, Fenja, why? Why do you hide from me? Speak! Speak now!
Mummy?
You feel as though if you talk in your mind, you could probably respond. You don't necessarily have to speak out loud.
I think... Where are you? Reveal yourself.
There's a moment of silence. The rumbling continues in your mind. The pain becoming stronger. Strange. You are not the one I speak of, yet I feel her presence within you. At this point, you can see the sort of blurred vision of Drigi run off somewhere.
I've been dreaming of this woman. Not sexually, I assure you, but yes.
You have a connection with her.
Believe so.
I have hidden myself away for a century, awaiting her return. Perhaps there is a reason that we speak now.
Yes.
You seem confused, stranger.
There are voices in my head and they're telling me to do things.
Well, Then I shall go, but I will leave you with this for now. My being is sacred. However, I know much. And if you prove... She doesn't cough inside your head. That'd be very rude.
There's just an echo.
Just this voice makes my throat very dry. I know much. And if you prove to be a kind-hearted and good-intentioned person, I will wish to speak to you in person. Do not tell another soul what you have heard today, stranger. Prove yourself, and I will speak to you again soon. As he says this, your vision begins to go back to normal, and the strange feeling fades. However, you are covered in sweat from head to toe, and your body aches all over. And for a few seconds, everything around you sounds like a bit reverby. It also appears that Dridgy dragged you into some sort of alleyway to hide you from the public as you were having your episode. But that didn't work because you notice there is a blue-skinned drow man dressed in dirty work clothes who has knelt down next to you. And he realizes now that your eyes are open, and he just says, "Oh, good day, you are awake," and stands up and begins to book it down the alleyway back into the city streets. What would you like to do, Cock?
I'm going to check to make sure I have my shits.
Alright, give me a perception check or investigation.
Get a 0 and I pass back out.
Your head explodes, you can't take it. You can't handle the pressure, man.
19.
19? Yeah, you start feeling around on your body and in your shell. You have everything except all your gold is gone. And
my 15 gold.
We need that to buy a ship.
As you realize that, we will head over to the rest of the party. Who last time, I believe you guys decided you wanted to look for Cock at the trade post where you last saw him. I assume that's still your plan.
Sounds good to me.
We have a
Sounds good to me too.
Okay, you guys continue to head towards the trade post back the way you came. You sort of make it to the entrance of the manor yard on the map when you see a group of about 12 or so robed figures, some of them holding 2 gurneys with bodies on them, and they begin to carry them towards the manor yard. You can see one of these robed figures starts moving their hands around and starts chanting these magical words as the gate of the manor yard finally opens up. They see you. Would you guys like to stop and do anything, or just keep going?
Are these are like priests, mages type thing?
Yeah, these are. You assume these to be the wizards that were called upon to heal the people that were injured during the zombie attack in the trade post.
No.
Do they have weaponry on them, or are they just carrying the bodies?
Some of them have staffs or like wands, but none of them have. They don't look like soldiers. They're just sort of medic/wizards, basically. And you can now see, as you get closer, especially with your perception, Erebus and Reinhardt, this is definitely one of them is the halfling that seemingly was killed by one of the zombies, and the other one is Ramona Bow, who I think Erebus spoke to last time.
Indeed, I sold her the power cores we scavenged.
Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah, and she gave you some information. So yeah, you just see them being dragged inside towards the manor yard.
Best not to interfere with that many mages out in the open.
Yeah, they're just doing their job. Let's let them be.
All right, you guys begin to walk past. As the gate begins to close, you get a quick glance inside. You see inside the manor yard that there's been these large wooden walls, so you haven't been able to actually see what's inside. You see a large body of water, actually, and a bridge that's about 40 feet long that leads out to an island. And on this island is a strange-looking, like, elvish crafted building. And that's about as much as you can see. The wizard that's casting the spell to open the gate just sort of says, "Marvelous, isn't it?" As you guys walk past, and then the gate closes. You guys continue?
It's always great for the learned men to be walled behind in their safety where they can ignore those who need their help.
Damn, that's a fucking bar right there.
Yeah, it's a fucking bar. Loading the clip over here, Erebus. You guys continue traveling?
Yeah.
All right. About another minute down the path, you guys are walking past some of the basic living and running out from an alleyway from just like around the corner. You see Drigi the Loxodon, and she's wearing new clothes. Not the elegant robes that she had on before. These are just like basic slacks. She runs up to you. Oh, thank God. She's clearly out of breath. Need healing cock help. And she's like pointing towards the alleyway she came from.
You need a healing cock? I don't think we have one. I'm kidding. I get what you mean. We'll follow you.
She starts running back towards the...
Aha, it was a joke. Yes, it's funny.
Mr. Comedy, back again. All right, you guys follow Drigi towards the alleyway. There's about 2 turns down 2 different alleyways until eventually you see Cock, who is now standing up, feeling himself. You're not quite sure why, but you are reacquainted. Cock, you see the full party, including Drigi, run around the corner. She's out of breath. Oh, thank God you're alive.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hello.
You can see the bucket on the ground for where she had splashed water in your face.
I heard you weren't doing too well. You okay?
No.
All right. Well, let me
But
take
I'm
you
awake.
up real quick. I gotcha. I will cast Cure Wounds to help out Cock.
Hell yeah.
And rolling for the D8. It falls out of the thing. Great.
Oh my God.
And that is 6 + 6, 12 health.
Nice.
That's fucking loud.
All right, the party is reunited, and a plan may commence.
So, does anyone remember the specific amount of money? It was like 20,000? 10,000?
25,000, I think. But I think since we helped out his kid last time, that he said he would bring down the price because of that.
I think we
By
said we drew
10,000.
it down 10,000, yeah.
So it's 15,000 we need to earn now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, I do have some news about our wayward crew member, Maddie. It appears the Diamond Knights have absconded with her to prevent her from questioning the going-ons in the city. And my information sources last saw her possibly being dragged into their barracks, so I figured we might want to do a rescue attempt. Or at least try to figure out if she's there.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to ask some questions and see what's what.
Furiously knock on the door until they give us her back.
Till they let you join.
Let me join, please. Come on. I've been such a good boy.
And then the child has to come and tell you guys not to join.
And if we
Starts
need to
telling
make
us war stories.
for money, we can always fight in the arena, or Ramona, the person I was talking to, said there's a lot of valuable technology we could loot from the crashed spaceship. So I feel like those are our 2 options, and that's where the zombies are coming from. So we can find whatever is causing that.
Speaking of the valuable resources, Erebus, how much money did you make from selling those the like power cores that you had?
100 and moment. Let me look in my inventory. I think it was 145 gold.
Perfect. All right. Well then, we are what, like 100th of the way there already.
Yeah, and what about you, Cock? You have any
We'll
gold
be
to
out of here in no
contribute?
time.
You have any gold to contribute, Cock?
Oh no, a kind blue fellow took all my money while I was.
So we now have
I mean,
less
dream.
money to go towards the ship than we did.
I mean, it's 25 less, so I don't know how much that would have contributed exactly, but yes.
So what should we tackle first?
I'd like to tackle that blue man.
Actually,
We just spend the whole session of hunting down this blue guy and
You.
eviscerate him.
He's just
The
trying
first
to
thing-
eat a piece
Dylan.
of bread with his family, and I like
eating a
stab him to
baguette.
death.
Yeah,
how
what's up?
long have we been
Please,
awake?
Seth.
So yeah, you guys woke up in the wastes and traveled into the city. So it's about like it's probably getting towards about 5 p.m. in Earth time.
So I say we probably have enough time to do one activity in the city tonight, and then we should find a place to spend the night.
And are we thinking like nice, cozy place, or are we thinking just like whatever is the cheapest option available?
If we want to save money, cheapest option available.
Yeah, I think that's best.
Everyone give me a perception check.
15.
18. Whoa.
18.
13.
23.
23. Okay. So, Reinhardt, as the rest of the party are discussing, very subtly, down one of the alleyways, sort of tucked around a corner, you just see the slight edge of like an eye inside of a hood watching, and the second you look at it, it just turns the corner and walks away. Nobody else notices that.
I do like the military movements and look at Erebus and tell him that we're being watched.
All right, you give him the military hand signals that you guys learned in the month-long trip aboard the Vindicta.
It looks like it might be best.
I already knew it from my training.
Start doing the Macarena.
It looks like
Sorry.
like it might be best.
Would I
for us.
understand the hand signal as well, given my combat experience?
Vaguely.
Or does everyone know? Okay.
Yeah. Probably Cock is the only one that does. Cock, Drigi, and Alduin don't understand it because they were not aboard the Vindicta.
Sorry, what were you saying, William?
Perhaps
Erebus?
best we continue this conversation not in the middle of a fucking alleyway.
Exactly.
Yes. The echo can be very unforgiving.
All right, where would you guys like to go?
You
can still hear the rumbling voices of people gathering at the well.
Go to the well then.
Yeah. We might have a best. Our private conversation might happen the best, where there's a bunch of other people not paying attention to us.
The best disguise is no disguise. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
All right, you guys make your way down the main road, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, the entire party now formed back together as Voltron head down the main road, sort of out of the back around the manor yard, up the main road. Yeah, you can now see a large group, probably a third of the city has surrounded the well, and you begin to hear people shouting out as you make your way towards townsfolk calling out, saying things like, "Why do the dead keep attacking? How did they get all the way into town if they're coming from the east gate?" and stuff like that. And you can now hear someone responding, saying, "I believe someone is helping them. We're not quite sure. We're still investigating." More people shout out, "Are the dead a product of the flashing lights in the sky?" And people are like, "Yeah!" Where would you guys like to go now? You're either gonna listen to what they're saying, or you're gonna go somewhere else and have a conversation.
Oh my god, it's aliens!
Everyone in this city is an alien. Cock.
Shouts out loud, "Oh my god, it's aliens!" Someone near you is like, "Aliens! I fucking knew it!"
Should have known it was them.
Yeah,
I want my brains!
You hear another voice shouting out from the middle near the well, say, No, it's not aliens. It's completely different. We believe the dead have something to do with the Vesta outpost. Please, everyone, calm down. The one run by the orcs? Who started the fire? Ah! People are, like, getting all fired up.
Fired up, you say?
It's almost impossible for you to not join in with the crowd now because there's so many people gathering up that momentum is just pushing you towards the bigger group. Give me perception checks again.
24.
That makes sense. 'Cause I
11.
got a 2.
And a 23 again. I love having advantage on my thing.
All right, Reinhardt and Erebus, you both can see that in the middle of the well, there's a group of the 4 people that you fought the zombies with, who you believe to be the Diamond Knights based off of their appearance. That sort of orc, sort of Captain America style orc with the shield and the diamond armor. You can also see a few other people, Tritons, about 4 of them. 3 of them look to be sort of servants, and one of them looks to be dressed in like very royal, kingly attire with a diamond crown on his head. The orc, Captain America orc, speaks up again. "We are questioning witnesses about the story, and we will tell you what we know when we find out. Now, please." And then someone just shouts out, "That's bullshit! You people never tell us anything!" And they start getting fired up again. Like, people are pushing forward, trying to get it closer to the circle. And then the human archer, who had the flashbang arrow, just says, "Watch your fucking mouths, you maggots!" And the royal-looking Triton finally speaks up. "Ladies and gentlemen, please, we are sorry that you do not have all the information you want, but right now we are stretched thin. We have sent Diamond Knights to investigate the Vesta outpost where we believe the undead are coming from, but we do not know everything. They have not yet returned. For now, our men are stretched thin, and we need you to be patient with us. The Diamond Knights have your best priorities at the top of their list."
Could I, as a spy and not trusting these Diamond Knights, could I start like whispering into the crowd around me, like, then how do the zombies get in? If the Diamond Knights have our best interest at heart, and sort of like, do these Diamond Knights truly protect the city, or are they protecting their own interests? Try to like get that fervor stirred up in the crowd.
Okay, give me
Let's
a
sow
persuasion
some
roll.
dissent. Bro, can I do that too? That's a good thing.
Overthrow the city.
I'll do it too.
I got a natural 20.
Oh shit.
Yes,
I got an 18.
I got a 13.
We are instigating.
Devon, what exactly are you saying to the nearest person?
I'm just saying, like, hey, these Diamond Knights, they've been around for as long as these zombies have, haven't they? So, what are they really doing about this problem, apart from posturing and acting like they're protecting the city when people are dying day after day because of their lack of inaction?
Oh my god, they made the zombies!
So as you say that, the guy that you're saying that to is like this scrawny little elf guy, and he's like, yeah, if the Diamond Knights are so great, why don't we send them all to the Vesta? They can die with the undead! And everyone's like, yeah! He's like, the Scar leader starts putting his hands up. Please, these knights are needed here to protect the city if another attack is to happen. Use your brain.
But if they're all in the Vesta, how
You
would
want
an
my
attack
brain?
possibly happen here?
One of the like a larger orc than even Devon, like huge muscles, doesn't wear a shirt. He's like, they didn't even protect us from the last attack. That was Broom Guy. He's the real hero. And the whole crowd's like, Broom Guy, Broom Guy, Broom Guy. And then the Captain America orc is like, please, these are my apologies. We were preoccupied elsewhere. And you can see he's clearly looking at the Goliath woman as he says this. It will not happen again.
I whispered to the same elf. Yeah, you said that last time.
The crowd chills out a little bit when he says that, and then the Scar Leader goes, in the meantime, I believe the best course of action is to put in place a curfew, and then the crowd just ignites again. No, you can't, you are not the leader of us. And they just start booing, boo, boo.
Yes.
Please, prepare. You need to prepare for the worst case scenarios. We just need to make sure. One of the town folk now, one of the ones that Devon was talking to, picks up a large rock and throws it up at the stage. And the Captain America orc just throws his shield out and just deflects the rock that was thrown at the Scar Leader. And then the Goliath woman sprints off into the crowd, knows exactly where the guy who threw it is, grabs him by the scruff of his neck and starts pulling him forward. And now the crowd are like, hey, no, he's with us! And they start grabbing onto him, and they're having like a tug of war with the
I gesture to my party. I'm like, now would be a great time for us to rescue Maddie. Let's go.
Let's go.
Perfect idea.
Okay, as you guys are walking off, you guys notice Skeekers the gnome is now stood. So he's like not next to you. He's about 10 feet away in the direction you're going, and he's like trying. He's like inflated his sandals again, but he's trying to look over. He's just not quite tall enough to see what's going on. But he doesn't seem to notice you.
Worst assassination attempt of all time. Is this the guy? I don't know.
Shall
Yeah.
we grab speakers or keep going?
Let's kidnap Skeekers. Come on!
Let's do it. We don't grab him, but we like. Do we want him to notice us and go with us, or do we want to just let him be?
To you guys.
Your call, William, or Erebus, or Cock, or Andrew.
I haven't found out any information on who he's hunting, so I feel no reason to force him to come into the barracks.
Keep going.
Yep, you guys keep walking down. You can now hear the orc, Captain America style, just in the distance now say, "This is not how we do things! Everyone go back to your fucking homes!" As the crowd gets more ruckus. Alright, you guys start heading towards the Diamond Knight Barracks. It's tough to travel outside of the group because people are moving towards you, so you're like having to like sneak past people, and it's difficult. Alright.
In my element. Let's do this.
Alright, so you guys head towards the Diamond Knight Barracks.
Nice sleight of hand to try to rob someone while we're walking.
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand check.
I give him the help action to give him advantage.
Does he ask you for help?
He did not. No.
Okay.
I would also like to racially profile people to see if there are any blue-skinned people and aim for them.
Okay, you can also give a investigation check. With disadvantage because the crowd is too packed.
Yes. That is a 5 on racial profiling.
Okay, good.
And a natural 20 for robbing. So 23.
Does he somehow stumble upon to like one of the nobles of the city and get us the 15,000 gold we need?
I start robbing William. Oh, wow.
Okay, Cock.
That's a nice 150.
Cock, you're looking around the crowd trying to find the guy that had robbed you before, but there's just too many people that you're not able to see, so you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna rob the first person I see. You stick your hand in somebody's pocket and you turn and you realize it's the guy that robbed you from earlier, and you pull the gold out and just keep walking. He doesn't even notice. So you may have your gold back, however much you had.
What a story arc that was.
Yeah. I mean, with a natural 20, I just had to have it happen. It was too good.
Yeah, that's fair.
You guys can see the diamond barracks.
Does it look like more are being deployed out of it?
Give me a perception check.
All of us?
If someone would like to help me, they can.
I will help.
Alright,
Yeah,
that means I get advantage.
Anyone who wants to look can look.
Can I, if they're helping me, can I have advantage? Are we doing it all individually?
It seems like everyone just wants to roll their own dice. I don't know. You have to communicate
19.
that with the group. Okay, 19 from Devon.
What stat was I rolling again?
Perception. Which
Perception.
is like your best thing, right?
Yeah, so that is a 23.
I got a 24.
Forget the 23, 24 time.
Do you even want to roll, Cock? Because it feels like they haven't handled that, figured out.
I got another natural 20.
Oh my god. Alright,
Did you? Sure.
you guys don't notice anyone coming in or out of the barracks. There's just people on the streets that are heading towards the commotion. Some people that are like heading towards their houses just to get away from stuff. Clearly, not everyone is against the Diamond Knights in this town. Some people are just like, fucking lunatics, as they see the crowd gathering. Yeah, well, you can see that. What would you like to do with the information? You're standing across the street, closer to where the Paradox is now, as you're sort of staking out the place.
Could I do like a perception investigation history, just based on like the amount of times in my job I've had to break into a police station to rescue people, so I could get like some sense of like where the prison part of the barracks would be, if there is one?
Yeah, you can do a history check, sure.
I'm pretty sure I get no bonus to this. I do not, so roll well. No, I got a 3. I know nothing.
Yeah, it could be completely different every time. You're not sure. But you just see this front door that Devon and Reinhardt would recognize from when the kid was knocking on it, and that receptionist Nukes had come out and sort of looked around.
Shall we just walk in?
Yeah, there was a receptionist that Reinhardt and I saw last time we were here, so... Yeah, she was kind of an asshole, so like... I don't know, maybe she's still here? Might be able to give us some information, potentially.
Indeed. Let's do it.
Alright, let's go.
All right, you guys walk up to the front door. Just pull the handle, basically.
Yeah.
You pull it. It's locked.
Is in the perception check, we saw that there was no one. Like no one was like actively watching the door. No one was coming in or out. Right.
Yeah, nobody left or went in.
All right. Sleight of hand pick lock with my thieves tool.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand in front of him. So no one knows what he's doing.
Try to hide what he's doing.
I'm gonna put on my turtle costume.
12.
I forgot you had that. All right, you start fiddling with the lock. You think there's probably more than one lock on this door. So as you get the first one and you sort of try to open, it doesn't budge, and then a little like hole opens up in the door, and you just see the face of this woman staring at you. Please don't do that.
Could I want to try something. I have a language I speak called Thieves' Cant, right?
Yeah.
That allows criminals to talk to each other and get a point across without anyone else understanding. So I want to so essentially I'm saying a bunch of nonsense.
Okay.
And then what I'm actually trying to get across to this woman is our friend was taken by the Diamond Knights and we want to rescue her, and I want to see if she understands me and if she's part of the criminal underworld at all, perchance.
Okay, so say the gobbledygook that it sounds like.
Oh, my bad. I thought this was my house and I'd forgotten the key, new to the city. The hotel manager wasn't that great at explaining where anything was in this city. And that whole riot going on over there, right? Whew. Desperate times. I thought I was getting into a safe place. Sorry. Didn't realize this building was occupied.
Right. Well, then it appears you've figured out the information you need and you can move along, good sir. And she closes the hole.
Alright. That didn't work.
Well,
Time for plan B.
let's blow the door.
Well, that's plan Z. Plan Z is we just storm the complex and figure out what we can.
At this point, you guys can see that the crowd that was at the well is beginning to disperse.
Alright, we've missed our chance of opportunity. Shall we try to win money in the arena for the rest of the night before we find some place to sleep?
What a heist! You knocked on the door. Oh, well, alright, bye.
Oh, it's locked.
Whoa!
I totally understand the logic of why you guys would walk away now. It's just a very funny moment.
Anyone else have any ideas?
I mean, have we any idea that our ally was... Sorry, this might sound ignorant. Is that they were taken, or did they willingly join the Diamond Knights from their own, intuition?
Ramona definitely made it seem more like she was complaining about stuff being... Actually, let's walk across the street again before we keep having this conversation.
Good idea. Good idea.
Okay,
yeah.
you guys walk across the street.
Shit to the Diamond Knights right next to the
Alright, you guys walk back across closer to where the paradox is, and you blend in with the crowd that is now dispersing.
Ramona made it seem like Maddie was making comments that she didn't agree with the Diamond Knights' handling of situations in the town, and she was eager to try to leave, and there's dangers here. And then one night, they came, took her and a few other people who agreed with her, and it's been happening pretty consistently.
Okay. Well, that doesn't really sound like willingly joining. And that kind of explains the locked door as well, and the very Karen-esque reception.
Yeah, why is the door locked when there's a fucking riot going on? You'd think they would deploy more troops out to help quell the crowd, not lock the doors.
Perhaps this isn't the only
Have
entrance.
any more truth?
People are scary.
True.
Are you guys heading anywhere in particular, or are you just standing talking?
I guess I sort of want to direct the crowd towards the entrance to the arena so we can see about signing up for a fight to win money.
Alright, you guys want to head towards the paradox entrance?
I think I think
Let's see if
that,
there are team battles.
yeah, that's true. The Diamond Knights might be a strong enough force to where we are not in a position right now to make demands of them, of that they release people. But perhaps if we were in the arena and we got a little more experience and a little more combat, experience again, we'd be a little better equipped then to make some.
And yeah, they did kind of just like
assertions.
one shot all those zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, we hit them like 20 times.
I was literally at my weakest in that fight because I couldn't hide without abandoning people.
Is there anyone who needs any healing right now while we're just talking about that battle?
No, I don't believe. Oh, I'm at 15 or 24. So
You guys could
Alright,
probably
I
use
got
a
you.
long rest soon, actually.
yeah, but
Just to
I
get
want to.
your spell slots back and stuff.
I
Yeah,
imagine.
it'd be nice to have like
Yeah,
2
once
key
we
points
sign
back.
up for our shit, we can go.
Yeah, I imagine we wouldn't do the
Yeah.
arena fight today, but we would
Yeah.
need to sign up today so then we could fight tomorrow.
Right.
Well, I'll just heal you anyway, Erebus, because
In
if
case
we're
shit
not going
goes
to be
down.
fighting today. Let's see. Healing, healing, healing gives you... Stay in the cover. That is... 8 health.
Almost full health.
Almost.
1 point away.
I'd roll better. Well, yeah, I think going and signing up at the arena right now, and then maybe giving us a little time to have some R&R, because I think we are all in need of that, would be perfectly in order.
All right, you guys are walking towards the Paradox. The entrance that leads sort of into the basic living. As you guys are walking, you can see a older man, clearly an orc, who has sort of white paint on his face in the shape of a hand, and a bird on his shoulder, wearing a cloak, and he begins walking towards the party. He's got a cane, and he sort of like limps towards the party as you guys are walking.
Hi, sir. I think your bird is really cool. That's just immediately my first thought, and I just say it.
Thank you. I have not caught your name, friend. He looks at Devon. You are new to town, yes?
Yes, me and my friends here, we are traveling through. I am Devon, and then should I just kind of introduce the party one by one?
If you wish, yes.
Yes. So the turtle friend is Cock. I don't know how he got that name. Our very fabulous friend with the cape is Reinhardt. Our cat friend is Erebus.
No one.
Is
Erebus,
no
no
one.
one. Nice to meet you.
Erebus. I apologize, Erebus.
I'm so just glaring at Devon like, don't share my name with people.
I
It's like
apologize through my eyes at Erebus for doxing him unintentionally. And we also have some other friends here that I cannot remember their names. No, I don't say that.
Well, my business is not quite with your party as much as it is with you, friend. Being an orc, we have every night at the Booze Brothers Tavern. We have a gathering of the orcs of Nox Hollow, and I just wanted to extend the courtesy and wonder if you would like to join us tonight.
Well, I'm flattered. When is this occurring?
A couple of
I
hours
mean,
from
like,
now.
Yes. Well, there are a few things that I need to take care of in the meantime, but
Of course.
yes. And what was the name of the tavern you mentioned?
Booze Brothers. It's run by a couple of twin goblins, but they allow orcs to eat there for free.
Well, I'm never going to turn down free food, so I shall partake in the Bruise Brothers at a later time tonight. So I appreciate your invitation, and as well is not saying that My friends here will join, but is this a orc-only event, or would they also be able to join if they would like?
They are welcome to come to the tavern, however, our meeting takes place in a back room that they would not be allowed inside of. If that is alright.
Yes, that. The orc code is a very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Isolated speciesist.
Not everyone in this town is so kind to us orcs. It's just a precautionary thing.
Understandable. But I assure you, I have gathered, well, not gathered, but we have gathered a formidable, honest party of good men and women. Both.
It is
I
very
kind of-
nice to hear that. It was a pleasure to meet you, Devon. I look forward to learning more about you tonight.
I extend a handshake to him and I say, it was a pleasure. I'll see you later.
He reaches out his hand. It shakes a bit from old age, but he grabs it, and it's firm enough as a orc handshake is, and he shakes it. Anyway, the rest of you, a good day. And he begins caning away off into the city streets once again. And you guys have arrived at the Paradox. You see a large gate that is open. Inside there's a bunch of people, like there's like a little workout area that a bunch of people are like swinging away at dummies. Some of them are firing arrows. One person is lifting an apple with magic. And then there's like a person off to the side on some like hay that has like a little wooden stand, and it just says sign up for this week's tournament.
I walk up to the tournament sign.
Yeah, you walk past. There's like a bunch of people here. There's like muscular dwarves. There's like sort of assassin-looking drow women. There's one like really muscular-looking turtle, similar to Cock, but far more muscular and taller. And yeah, you walk up. There is a Furbolg woman at the stand. She's got like a pen and paper. Hello, what is your fighting name?
I zip my mouth shut because I fucked up last time in that regard, so...
Will the entire party be fighting?
Can we fight together under one banner, or would it be more of we each fight individually for the glory of claiming the prize?
You would not be able to fight as a team. Everyone fights individually, and there are rounds, and then eventually a champion at the end.
So would there be a scenario in which we would have to fight each other?
Potentially,
were
yes,
matched up?
but do not worry. There is no death in the Paradox. It is forbidden.
Good.
Yes, I would indeed like to sign up.
Okay, well,
Me too.
first we have to work it into your schedules. The first round begins Harem 281, which is in about 2 days, and spans the entire week. So as long as you're able to accommodate for those sort of times, then...
That's just the first round?
The first round begins on Harem, and then the rest of the week will be all the way leading up to the end of the week where the champion is crowned. However,
Got you.
I don't even know if you will get that far, my friend.
Got you. I thought you meant the first round started that day and then continued for the rest of the week.
No. There's quite a strong billing this year. Amador has not lost in, I can't remember, years, honestly. But Morkith of Clan Fleck, he is also very strong. I think I'm gonna bet on him this year, just in case Amador does fall. Sorry, what would you like me to put down as your name?
Do I get like 5 minutes to actually think of something?
I step forward. I'm like, Soul Reaper! As I strike a pose.
Soul Reaper, my goodness. Oh, perfect. That is an interesting costume you have there, friend. Very exquisite.
You know what?
I am Broom Man. As I step forward.
Broom
Be the most
Man.
loved gladiator of all time.
Oh, are you... not to
Broom Man?
not to step on your toes, but we already have a broom guy signed up. Perhaps you may want to change your
What?
name.
kick his ass.
No, now I especially want to stick with Broom Man, and I hope I cross paths with this Broom guy.
Oh, fair enough. Broom Man it is.
You both
I will
just
go.
whip out brooms. Just-
I step back and I'm just absolutely visibly fuming with anger that my spotlight as a hero in the town has been robbed of me.
All of a sudden, he multi-classes with a level in Barbarian,
Oh,
so he can raid.
yeah.
I will go by Shadow Keeper.
Shadow Keeper. You know, you are allowed to just choose your real names. A lot of people have done that, but I appreciate...
What is my real name?
Oh, my apologies, Mr. Soul Reaper.
And I have long forgotten my true name.
Anyone else?
I will be known as the Lion Monk.
The Lion Monk.
Not to be confused with
Lion
My
other
parents
Lion Monks.
hated me.
Not to be confused with the Standing Monk.
Oh, yes.
Ah.
Oh, I got that one.
I look
I
at the
high-five the lady.
Loxodon in the party, sort of like, will you be joining us in this fight?
Hell no.
Okay.
Dude.
Neither will Alduin, so you will be watching him in the stands while we fight.
No, he doesn't say that. He's got like a full suit of armor on now.
Like, come on, let me at him.
morphed into Alduin the World Eater. What?
Broom guy's ass.
Wait, I'm not allowed to fight?
Would you like to?
I could just follow in your steps. And he pulls out 2 finger guns and starts going pew 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 pew.
Maybe in another 3 or 4 years when I've had time to train you on the art of using said pew 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 pew.
Maybe Devon and Reinhardt can train me when they train Joachim.
Yes, we could do that, but that will have to wait, and you cannot go into a tournament of this caliber until you've had some proper experience.
Drudgy looks at Alduin and is like, "It's alright, big guy. You can sit with me when we watch." Alright. the fucking person that's like writing down all your names, is that everyone?
One moment. I huddle everyone together and we step like 20 feet away from this woman, so this time when we do our huddle, the person can't hear us talking.
Okay.
I'm like, so if we're going to place a bet on one of us to win it, since we can't do teams, I figure we need to pick one person that if we all make it to the final round together, we will all abdicate so that one person wins and we get all the money associated from our bet.
Is it, I kind of break the huddle for just a moment and ask, are bets on a round-to-round basis, or are we betting on who will win the tournament as a whole?
You may bet on individual fights or on who wins. Both will pay out different percentages.
Get the parlay going, boys.
Are there going to be obstacles in the arena, or is it just going to be an open space?
You will be able to use whatever sort of abilities you like, and it will be an open space, in which case you fight each other, not to the death.
I huddle back in, and I said, I think we should probably go with cock, honestly.
One moment before we make a final. So, which bet would give us the best return on our investment? Predicting who
betting
will
on
win it
winner.
all, or doing? I just want clarification from the one running the bets. Well, which bet will give us like the best return on our bet? Is it predicting who will win it all, or round per round?
Who will win it all? Yeah.
Okay. So I say we pool all of our money and bet on cock winning, and if we all make it to the end, we bow out for him.
I break the huddle with just one more time, and I say, so it's kind of a little peculiar that you can bet on yourself, and let's
you
say
cannot bet on yourself.
You can't bet on yourself. Okay.
No, you can't put
So-
your own money to bet on yourself. No. Because there is a prize. That would eliminate the purpose of a prize.
But wouldn't that also incentivize that you bet on the person that you're fighting against and you intentionally lose and then you make more money because you bet on yourself losing?
The people who participate in the fights are not allowed to bet on anything.
Ah, I see. But
Yes, yes.
participants are able to bet on different fights.
Yes. Do not
okay.
do not think that we have not thought all this through beforehand. Of course.
Yes, of course. Well then, yeah, I go back into the huddle and I say, yeah, I think I will put my 10 credits towards the
So,
QOK.
yeah, what I got out of that is if all of us are in the final fight, we wouldn't be able to bet on Cock winning. But if we place the bet now and we reach there anyway, because we were predicting on who would win it all in the entirety from now, the beginning, would we still be able to collect on our bet at the end?
Are you asking the person?
Yes.
As a fighter, you cannot bet on who wins the final prize, because if you are in that situation, then, you know, it's too corrupt,
Gotcha.
So, if you want to place a bet, do not fight.
Gotcha. I go back into the huddle and I gesture for Dridgy to join us.
I love the fucking football huddle. It's my favorite thing. All right, she joins up. She's sort of like, yeah, okay.
All right, so as fighters, we cannot bet on who we think will win. You are not fighting. We're going to give you all of our money. You bet on Cock winning. If we all get to the final round, we'll bow out. Cock wins. You get the money from the bet, and then we all profit.
All right, you want to give me all your money, the person that tried to kill you all at one point.
All right, new plan. All the win, you are betting.
Just give all our money to a 10-year-old.
He comes back with like a giant teddy bear and cotton candy.
12,000 gumballs.
Yeah, I turned to Dridgy. I'm like, in all honesty, I trust you. I trust two things about you. You believe in Cock, and you want the safety of Alduin, or at least whatever possessed you did. And the best place for him to be safe is no longer on this planet, where he was attacked by people specifically for the goal of capturing him.
All right, I'll do it. If this is the way I can prove myself to all, then I will not fail you. I hope. I don't really know.
Okay, well, there's one thing as well, is I break the huddle another time, and I say to the person, is housing provided for being in this tournament, or are we going to have to lounge ourselves?
You will have to find other places to live.
Oh, okay.
Would
Well,
you
then
all like to know the prize pool now that you have signed up?
Yes.
Okay, so the winner of the Paradox tournament will be granted 10,000 gold credits, as well as an all-expenses-paid trip to Grubber Industries on the Anno Fleet, the largest confectionery factory in the galaxy. Like a child who is like watching the fighters fight is like, oh my god! And Alduin's like, should I be excited about that?
Yes.
In all honesty, maybe not. Let's keep moving.
He's like, yeah, they're gonna hide you out of fucking chocolate factory.
Yes,
Wait,
sir.
hide me? Why would they hide me? I'm on your guys' team now, right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
Georgie's like, yeah, I mean, for now, until they have to figure out what they're gonna do with you.
With what? We're not doing anything with him. We're keeping him with us, and we're leaving.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
So you mentioned last session about the different prices for the different types of houses and lounging areas for a night stay.
Uh-huh.
Was that a per person, or was that the group paying? Because I remember the lowest one being 10 credits. And if that would be 10 credits per person, that'd get kind of... That'd be like half our money right there.
It was per room, and the lowest one is actually 5 silver credits per night, and I think the highest one is 5 gold credits per night. So it's not that expensive. It just depends on how long you guys stay. I mean, it's like chump change compared to the money you have to earn to buy the ship. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then I think the middle one is 1 gold per night per room, basically, which is like not as shit. It's like a safer place to be, nicer rooms. It's just not as expensive as the Encillion, which is literally like a, you know, like basically the hotel we stayed at in LA, basically.
Motel, Holiday Inn.
Yeah. What were you guys saying? I can't fucking remember now.
She was talking about the prizes.
Yes. So 10,000 credits and a ticket to the Grubber Industries for whoever wins.
and it seemed like there was more prizes for second, third, fourth, fifth place.
Yes, there will be extra gold. 5,000 for second place, 1,000 for third place. They do not get to meet William Grubber though, who everyone looks up to. Well, capitalists do anyway.
Oh my God, William Grubber!
Yano Fleet is the place Andrew came from, right?
Yeah, and Drigi. Cock would know that it has nothing to do with like the religious or research stuff. He was just like, where can I put a factory where I won't pollute everything? I'm just gonna put it where people will not be pissed about it because they're all crazy.
So it was 10,000 for first place, 5,000 for second, and then 2 for third.
1,000 for third.
And then would it be like 500 for fourth?
No, just the top 3.
Okay. Well, we won't need to bet on ourselves if we win 1, 2, and 3.
Alright. If we win.
I believe we can.
We got this.
We gathered the party once again in the football huddle. Alright. Now that we know what the prize rewards are, do we still wish to go along with the bet? Or just keep our money so we can find a decent place of living and hope that we get first, second, and third?
You also have to keep in mind that she mentioned that it's an entire week of festivities, so
yeah,
you're gonna be here for a whole nother week. Plus.
How many people can fit in a room? Is it just one person, one room?
You're gonna have to go look. You're not sure.
Okay, that's fair.
I assume at least. Me, Erebus, Reinhardt, and Devon could probably all fit in a room with Alduin, and then Cock and Drigi would have to have a different room because Cock is massive.
So here's what I
Thank you.
prescribe.
My
is
God.
how about I have 10 credits currently, is that if it's about a week, then I could get us 2 rooms for 5 nights at that Holiday Inn ass. I don't say that, but you know what I mean. At the 1 gold per room hotel that will give us safety from whatever demons are lurking throughout the night. And then we will be properly rested and prepared for our battles in the morning.
I agree with that. I think I will take. I think Reinhardt, Cock, and Devon keep their money, whatever it is, and then I will bet the money I got from selling the power core, so 145 gold, I'll give to Drigi to do the bet. So we have that as a safety net, but we're not betting all of our gold.
That makes sense, yeah.
Men are just staring at us while we do this. This is hard.
Are you more comfortable with that plan? No, does that work for everyone?
Works for me.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cock?
Yes, sir.
You think we can? Oh my god!
My god!
He's fallen down the poop chute.
And then fell down the well in the middle of the town.
You think we can trust Drigi with this money?
Yeah.
Alright, I turn to Drigi, I pull out 150 gold pieces. Please, for all of our help, to help us, to help Alduin, to help all of us get off this planet, please put a bet for 145 gold on Cock winning it all. I hand it to her.
Alright. If that's what you guys want. And she walks up. Excuse me, I'd like to... Jesus Christ. Excuse me, I'd like to place a bet.
And it's Soul Reaper.
And yeah, basically she'll place a bet on Soul Reaper.
Soul Reaper.
Bro, that is the loudest shit I've ever heard.
So it
Turned
starts...
all the way down, my boy.
So we have
Sound
one...
like a harmonica.
We have... Dylan, we have 1 full day to do anything else before the fight start, right?
If you guys go to bed immediately after this, yes, there will be a full day before the fight start.
Well, before we go to bed, I pull the group aside. Is there anything else that we need to do here at the... I already forgot the name, sorry. Yeah, is there anything else we need to do here, or are we all good?
I believe we're good. The only other thing I wish to do tomorrow is me and Reinhardt, as the 2 stealthier people, could possibly scout around the Diamond Barracks for any sign of Maddie, or I will go by myself into the shadier parts of the city to find the criminal element to hear what they have to say about the possible sighting of her.
What do you say, baby? So, is there anyone else? Is there anyone that would like to join me in going to Blues Brothers? You wouldn't be able to join me for the meeting, but you could still partake in a beverage.
Is that in where the orc party's being held? Also, the inn that's 1 gold per night.
Yeah, it's in the craft ward.
And yeah,
All right, perfect. Well then, unless there's anything else anyone wants to do, then I guess we just head over to Blues Brothers.
All right, so you guys want to head towards the craft ward, I assume.
yes.
Yeah, it's about 5:30 now. Probably a little bit later than that. Where is everyone going exactly? I know Nick is going to Booze Brothers. Where does everyone else want to go? Does someone else want to go to secure a night at one of the other inns, or?
I'll take Aldwin to the inn, because I don't feel like we should really be taking him to a place called Booze Brothers.
Okay, there are 2 other inns in the craft ward. The 12 Sun Pub and Lodge and the Spotless Crew Bath and Breakfast. Bed and Breakfast.
We're doing
Bed and Bath Works. I don't fucking know.
You want to do the bed and breakfast or the other one?
Are they priced the same?
You assume so.
I'll go to the bed and breakfast of the Spotless Crew.
Okay. You head to the Spotless Crew Bed and Breakfast. You walk inside. A pretty basic fantasy tavern sort of style inn. There's a male dwarf behind the counter with sort of ginger hair, large beard. He's like, "Oh, welcome, new travelers, I see."
Indeed.
Howdy.
I quit. I don't
It's
want to play
gotta
this
be
game
someone
anymore.
else.
It's a different fucking person. Okay, so yeah, he's like, are you here for a drink or a place to stay? We've got both, and a beautiful fire to sit by when you have your dinner.
A place to stay, if you don't mind.
All right. How many of you are there?
6.
6. All right. Would you all like to be put in one room?
How about 2?
2 rooms. All right. That'll be 2 gold tonight. Would you like to stay longer than just tonight?
Yes.
How long?
Until the end of the tournament, at least.
Oh, the Paradox tournament.
Indeed. They're doing a mega campaign all the way from CK3 to Heart of Iron 4. Sorry, go.
All right, that'll be 20 gold.
I throw in the 10 I have to cover half of it.
Much in.
All right, perfect. He bags it up. All right, 2 keys. Here you go. They'll just be the only 2 rooms that aren't filled with people. Passes the keys over to you.
You not have numbers on the doors that will...
There's just a little thing that switches that just says whether it's occupied or not.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
It's like a bathroom. Anyways, interesting party you travel with.
Indeed.
You
What are you profiling us?
Absolutely not. I just I like adventurers and their stories. Hey, did you guys how long have you been here in the town?
A day.
Ah, so you saw the demonstration that was going on earlier.
Indeed.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I don't like the chaos, but I do think it's time to show those Diamond Knights who's really in charge of this town.
And who do you believe is really in charge?
Want to see these diamond nuts?
Well, the people, as it should be.
Yes, for the people, by the people.
The people who bring business here. The people who pay their hard-earned cash that they earn. What has the Scar Leader really done for us recently? That's just my opinion, but gotta be careful.
Yeah, and you
Indeed, if
certainly
someone
like
was
to tell random people your opinion.
If someone was voicing that opinion, what do you think would happen if the wrong people heard about it? Not that we are the wrong people.
Of course. Give me a persuasion check.
That worked out pretty well. I think that it's either 18 or 19.
Well,
18.
let's just say that Look, I don't think all the Diamond Knights are bad people, but the way they run things, it's kind of hard not to be when you sign up for that kind of job, you know? They're forced to push people around and be the authority, when in reality, things have been bad for a long time and they haven't solved it.
Like the zombies.
Yeah, I mean, good lord. The zombies, not to mention the decade-long arguments that have been going on between the Coldwater leaders and the Fire Fist estate. It's just a whole bunch of pompous nonsense, if you ask me. What really matters in Knox Hollow is the people that show up, put in the work, take the time to be a kind, good-hearted person.
I would like to do some more Thieves' Camp with this man, just in case he understands it.
Okay.
And I want to say I would like to pay for some information, but then I cover it up with, yes, I mean, based on what we've seen of these Diamond Knights, even in that fire, they showed up after Broom Guy and his companions had already dealt with the situation. I mean, what help are they actually providing if they couldn't even stop the fire and they couldn't even prevent the zombies from getting here from the east gate, right?
Okay. He looks at you, sort of his eye twitches for a second. Yeah, you know what? One of my friends was down there too, and she didn't get any help from those damn Diamond Knights.
Was your friend perchance Ramona?
Yeah, Ramona
Lovely
Bow.
lady.
Absolutely.
I was just doing business with her right before those zombies attacked. I did my best to try to, save her, but unfortunately, we needed the wizard's help in the end.
Have you heard anything? Maybe
Not-
what's happened to her?
Not since she was taken into the manor ward.
Look, if you can get me any information on Ramona, I know some people that would love to know.
Uh-huh.
I just need to know if she's okay, if you know who got to her or not.
If I know who got her, or like if she was taken by bad people and you want to know if that bad person has her.
Yeah. Just in case.
So the people in the manor ward aren't necessarily friendly.
Well, I think most of them are good folk. I think that they absolutely run this city at a certain point. They are responsible for the dome above us. They're responsible for the drinkable water we have. And I think they're good people. But sometimes that magical power goes to your head a little bit when you're so strong. I mean, what could I do against a wizard?
Poison?
Yeah, I guess if they came in for a drink, that'd be a pretty good option.
Indeed.
All right, well, why don't I show you to your rooms?
Thank you.
He jumps off the stool he's on, lumbers out behind the counter. Follow me, and follow. You guys follow up. So who was with? Did Devon immediately go to the Booze Brothers, or?
I checked into the hotel, and then
Okay.
I shall go to the Booze Brothers since it's close by.
All right, so yeah, you guys are given rooms that you can place your things inside of. This is a pretty safe place. Not as safe as the Ancillion, obviously, but you don't
We ain't
feel
paying
as
for that.
yeah, it's very expensive. So yeah, you guys eventually you learn that the dwarf's name is Ragdool Galdrum, and he will just go back behind the counter if you need anything from him.
Give any sign of recognition to what I was saying in my thieves speak?
Yeah, the twitch of the eye definitely gave away that he at least understood that you were searching for something more. But he trusts you, but maybe not that much quite yet. So who all wants to go to Booze Brothers?
I would like to go to the manor ward with whoever
Okay.
will come with me.
I will follow.
Huh?
Going to the Booze Brothers.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Dridgy will follow Cock wherever he goes.
Aldwin,
Do you want me to just
Go
stay
with
here?
I'd like for you to... Do I have a sense that this place is safe for Aldwin to sort of just like stay in the room or maybe like stay in the pub area and get food freely without having to...
Oh yeah, I mean if he's in the room with the occupied sign, like yeah, I mean the dwarf would probably he's not gonna just let someone walk in and steal a child, you know?
Okay. Yes. Stay in this room. I will have the good barkeep send up some food and stuff for you.
Okay, does anyone have anything fun I could do?
Ooh,
I
yes.
got some
have-
cards.
I pull out a bag of 1,000 ball bearings. Here you go.
Okay, ball bearings and cards. Okay, I'll just come up with a game, I guess.
Actually, I
Yeah,
might
you're
have something
creative.
else.
When Devon is looking through his bag for his cards, Alduin's like, "Ooh, what's that?" And he points at the shiny silver disc that Devon still has. Is that a
Oh,
toy?
the important metal disc.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, this is not a toy. Honestly, this is just kind of boring adult stuff.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
The cards, Alduin, trust me, you can make up infinite types of games. And how about this? How about this? Is I already said that Reinhardt and I would help you learn how to do some combat with Joachim. How about as well, I could teach you, not right now because I have some things to do, but at a future day I could teach you how to play some solitaire. How's that sound?
Hell yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And yeah, in the meantime, I think a great way, could I maybe show him quickly like some shuffling tricks? 'Cause that's kind of
Yeah.
cool to do. I think a kid would like how to do that. So then I show various types of shuffling, and I'm like, when you play cards, it's integral that, you keep them in a random
Always
order.
cheat.
Well, if you're at a casino, yes, but when you're just playing against yourself, which is what solitaire boils down to, you need to keep things fair and keep things random. So, it might get a little mundane after some time, but I think it's a good time right now to practice the shuffling. Maybe getting creative with how you want to play with those cards. So.
Yeah, he flubs a few of the first shuffles, and then on the third try, he sort of gets it almost better than you do it sometimes. And he's like, "Oh,
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Oh, you think you're better
Perfect,
than
man.
me?
Keep it up. You're doing great."
okay, thanks, guys." And he just runs into the bed under the covers, playing with the cards.
I leave him the bag of ball bearings just in case he wants 1,000 of them, and then I also
Yeah.
pull out my last remaining dagger, and I think they're for like tripping people and stuff.
Yeah.
I just haven't used it in that way yet, so I hand them to him, and I also pull out my last dagger. And I'm like, just in case, and I hand it to him.
It's like a sword. He swings
Yes.
it around. and
Hey,
places it on the
wait.
table.
Hold up. Time out out of the way. It is like a sword. And what are swords?
Weapons?
Yes. And should we be playing willy-nilly with a weapon?
Yes.
No, cock, step out of the room for just one moment. Thank you.
my apologies.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Dridgy pushes Cock into the other room.
So, when our friend here, who I'm not going to name, but I guess I could name right now because we are all talking. Whatever, best. Okay.
Yes. No, I just to clear. I guess I just say it now. I'm like, in our present company, Erebus is fine to call me, but just when we're like introducing ourselves to people and we're not quite sure of their intentions yet, I prefer not to be named.
Understandable. And I apologize for letting your name slip earlier with that orc. I guess I get a little too comfortable with my own kind.
Don't worry,
But-
you didn't.
Okay, good. But Erebus entrusted that dagger into you for a reason, and that's a last resort. So don't be playing with it because we don't want to come back and see that, maybe you put your hand off or something.
He holds the dagger and sort of places it like a knight leans up against the sword as the blade is pointed towards the ground. He's like, "I used to play with these all the time."
Indeed, did you? Is your memory coming back?
Maybe.
Oh, I'm glad we could help you remember the time before you woke up. And if you used to play with them all the time, perhaps you'll make your training with Devon and Reinhardt all the easier once we endeavor to do it.
Yes, and I suppose that I shouldn't be so hard on you, Alduin, because you have come a long way with us, and you have faced many hardships, so you are a capable young soldier. But remember,
Young lad.
with great power comes great responsibility.
The Dragonborn Alduin looks at his reflection in the blade of the dagger, and he's just like, I just wish I could remember more.
Give it time, friend. Give it time.
Thank you, guys. Puts the dagger back on the desk and climbs back into bed.
Also, Alduin, I will be ordering food for you to be delivered to the room. Do you have preferences? What do you enjoy eating? Meat? Are you vegetarian?
I've just been eating what you guys have carried with you. I'll just have more of that.
I'll send up something a little bit more fancy. Let you enjoy the finer foods that the galaxy has to offer.
All right, you guys, you head back down to the dwarf. You want to set up a meal to be sent.
Yes.
You will say that'll be 5 silver per meal.
And what is in the meal?
Well, the meat farm provides us with a strange creature that doesn't usually spawn or doesn't usually exist here on Zokral Prime, called a cow.
Ah, yes. Cattle.
Yeah, it's very good eats.
That is exactly what I wish to order for my friend anyway. So we're right on path.
Perfect.
So I pull out the 10 silver and hand it to him. It was
just 5 silver, yeah. 10 silver is a gold, so.
I'll send 2 meals.
Oh.
Or no, I'll send 1 meal and then the rest is for like his silence about what Alduin looks like if he goes into the room.
Ah, got it. Okay. What should I be looking for him looking like?
He had a magical accident, you know. He looks like
Magical accident.
he looks like a lizard person in all honesty. So
A what?
lizard person. Yes.
What is a lizard?
You know, a reptile, scales.
Vaguely
Horns.
familiar. Is this a Vegarok thing?
No, it would not be native to Vegarok. What is Vegarok? Vegarok's like the. Sorry. But
That's the animal world.
yes, a Vegarok thing. Exactly.
No.
He's like, yeah, I haven't had the pleasure of traveling there. I hear it's beautiful this time of year.
Indeed. As long as you stay in the floating cities, my friend.
So you're paying me 5 extra silver to not bully the child about his appearance?
More like not spread it to those who don't need to know it.
All right.
But also, yes,
Very
because
kind.
he is very self-conscious about how he looks. So just give him the food and go. You don't need
Alright.
to say anything else.
Easy enough. When will you folk be back, do you think?
Hopefully, is the sun out still?
It's definitely going down now, but yeah, it's out.
An hour or 2.
All right. Look forward to your return.
And then does the meal come with a drink?
Yeah,
Let's keep it non-alcoholic.
a little bit of water from the well. How about?
Yes, indeed.
All right, you guys. So Reinhardt and Devon are headed to the Manor Yard, and Drigicock and Devon are headed to Booze Brothers, correct?
Yes, sir.
You step outside, nod at each other, go your separate ways. Booze Brothers is closer, so we'll start there. Booze Brothers looks to be... It looks like the sort of pubs that you would have at like a pirate city. It's very run down. Like the boards are sort of half-assedly nailed together. But there's a jovial tune being played inside.
Now hear you rascals with your bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of woe where the heroes won't be high. Hey, the master-
It plays out. Basically, what this bar is it's where all the people from Megru usually meet up at the end of the night. So you can see these 2 goblins that there's like monkey bars attached to the ceiling that they swing across to sort of drop drinks on people's tables. They run along the countertops to take people's orders. It's not a health centric place. It's very dirty, but it's definitely fun. There's a lot of drunk people in here. You see like the occasional Dwargar dwarf who's just like, oh, off my fucking balls, mate. And just like, it's a real fun pub. What would you like to do? Where would you like to Who would you like to talk to?
Let me do a... Would I have to do a perception check to see the orc that I saw from earlier, or also other orcs?
Yeah, you can do an investigation.
Investigation, gotcha.
Dridgy goes and sit down at the bar and orders some sort of drink.
That is an 11.
Okay, so you're in the pub for a few minutes. You notice an orc walk over to the bar, say something to one of the two goblins, and then the goblin just like points 2 fingers at him like, "Hey!" And then the orc walks towards the back, towards a room, knocks on the door. It opens up. There's like a little bit of a conversation, and then he walks inside, and the door closes.
Well, then I shall also approach the bar keep, and I'll say, "Hello, I heard there was from a elderly orc who had a bird on his shoulder that there was a meeting occurring tonight. Is that the case?"
Oh yeah, all the orcs are teaming up. You're welcome to join them in the back room. This goblin speaks to you. Clearly, Common is not his first language. He's struggling.
Yes, of course. And I also heard that there was free food for us. Is that correct?
Absolutely, for your service to Megru. And he pulls out a very dirty bowl with like some like chicken legs in it, and then a tankard of beer slams down. He pours this really inky black beer into it. There you go.
Oh, what a harvest we have here. Thank you, good sir.
Absolutely. Enjoy your stay. I didn't catch your name.
I am Rot.
I'm Donkey.
Donkey. Great to have you. I appreciate your efforts with this, and I'll probably be seeing you around the next couple nights, too.
And if you see my brother Ballbag, say hi.
Oh?
The twins, the twin goblins, Donkey and Ballbag. Yeah, so you head towards the back room. Cock.
Well, before I do, I turn to Cock, sorry,
Okay.
and I say, like, I'm just going to go into this meeting. Unfortunately, there are not any turtle creatures allowed, but how about I will fill you in, maybe, if there's anything interesting about you or the party would.
Sounds good. I will be getting shit-faced.
Alright, well, enjoy yourself, my brother.
Yes, sir. And I run off the bar.
Wait, it was Donkey and Ballsack?
Ballbag.
Ball bag, okay.
Alright, so you walk up to the door, you knock on it. Like a second later, the door opens. Hey, what's up?
Hi, yes.
Hey, one of the orcs.
Yes, sir. Good to see you, my fellow orc.
You see a muscular, gray-skinned orc. He's got a striped red and white shirt, sort of looks like a sailor. Yes, of course. Welcome to the gathering. I haven't seen you around. I'm Ulag.
Ah, good to meet you, Ulag. I am Rot.
Nice. He slams the door. You can see inside there's about a dozen other orcs. You see the older orc that you spoke to earlier. He doesn't have the bird on his shoulder now, and he's taking his cloak off. And he is chatting with some of the other ones, telling stories, all of that. When he notices you, he turns towards you. Ah, Devon, I'm very happy you are here.
Yes, good to see you, my good friend.
Yes, we are just waiting for 2 more of our members, and then we will begin our formal meeting, if that's all right.
Ah, yes, I appreciate this invitation either way, so whatever schedule works best for y'all is fine with me. I'm just happy to be here.
It's one of the other orcs speaks up. It's important that we all know what's going on in the city. Some of the townsfolk don't quite like us orcs, so we keep
Yes.
each other up to date.
You know, this invitation to this meeting is very appreciated, as well as, you know, I feel very welcome in this town. There are a lot of places that many of you know that we go, even places around this town. We are
Yes.
looked down upon, we are seen as lesser than, and it really brightens my day whenever I pass one of my fellow orc brethren. We're able to even exchange a nod or a greeting.
They all lift their tankards in the air. Oh, cheers to that. And they start
Cheers to
drinking.
that!
and we drink. And I'll just be
Alright.
nibbling away at my meal, waiting.
Yeah, so you wait for the other two party members. Cock, you're out at the bar. Yeah, I assume you just have like a line of drinks in front of you.
Yes, sir.
How much gold do you want to spend on alcohol tonight?
How much?
Like these are like pretty cheap drinks. It's not like tasty stuff. It's just like hard alcohol that will just get you drunk as quickly as possible.
Oh, like 10.
Alright, you spent 10 gold on drinks. Give me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh no.
Drigi's just watching you, like, actually kind of impressed with how much you're chugging at this point. 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're definitely doing better than she expects, but you're definitely feeling the result. You're definitely like slurring your words and all that. She's like, this is the side of that the church doesn't want you to see. These visions are having a real effect on you. We got to get back to the fleet as soon as possible, figure out what's going on. And that Dragonborn, I mean, he's connected to all this somehow. Why have you shown no interest in him? It doesn't make any sense. You pull your face up off the hardwood. Drool all around. Our mission was to collect the Dragonborn, to collect the artifact. What? I don't understand you. As she says this, the door opens once again. Do you even look at the door?
No.
Yeah, Drigi is looking, and she, like, you can see her eyes go wide for a second, and then, like, she sort of puts her head down, trying not to be seen. Do you do anything drunkenly as this happens?
I'm gonna fart so loudly, so hard that I visibly lift off the stool.
The one of the goblins just goes and like a few of the other patrons in the bar also laugh. That was a feisty one coming out your ear, you hear the drunk dwarf say. And then Drigi continues to keep her head down, and you hear loud footsteps walk past you, and you can't even like help but see two of the Diamond Knights from earlier, the Captain America looking orc, and then the heavily armored diamond figure, and they walk towards the door at the back of the bar, and they knock, and you hear one of them say, "Just wait at the door this time." And the door opens. Ah, Jamal, welcome! Now, Devon, you can hear someone else being let in. Is Brawl not joining us? He's gonna watch the door just in case. Ah, perfect. And Ulag lets this orc inside, and the door closes, and you can now see, Cock, you can see this heavily armored orc, full body suit, just crossing his arms in front of the door, not letting anyone else in. And the other orc walks inside, places his shield down on one of the tables, goes over, grabs a tankard, pours a bunch of alcohol into it, drinks a little bit, and then just splashes the rest on his face. All right, it's time we get down to business. He looks around. Ah, it's good to see you all. His eyes go towards Devon. Ah. He stops, looking at Devon. Ah, it's good to have another orc here. New in town, I guess.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me, as I've said many a time, but since you're here now, I figured I would reiterate that.
I am Jamal, leader, for now, of the Diamond Knights, and he puts his hand out for you to shake it.
I shake his hand.
It's good to meet you, sir. Well, I believe it's time we get down to business. There have been some troubling developments for us. The older orcs says, yes, I've sent Twinkle out to do a bit more research on the Vesta, if that's what you wish to speak about, Jamal. Yes, the Vesta. What exactly is going on in this city? Why have we not been able to solve this crisis by sending more knights out? There's something that isn't adding up. If we orcs lose control of the Vesta outpost, then we have no control left in Nox Hollow, and I will surely lose my position. And all the orcs sort of look around like, what are you talking about, man? What's going on? Cock, outside the room, you can see there is like a gathering of 3 cloaked figures that walk inside the bar, walk up towards the counter. You just hear one of them speak. Do you have any rice wine, my good sir? The goblin's like, huh? The hell is that? Rice wine? Do you know what wine even is? We don't serve wine here. Get out of here. You can now see, now that they're like over the counter, you can see beaks coming out from the cloaks. Well, then you have nothing for us here. And they get up and they walk out. Back inside the meeting room, I'm losing control, Father. He looks towards the older orc. I need someone not in our group, someone that people will not recognize, to follow, as hard it is for me to say, to follow some of the other Diamond Knights and make sure that everyone in my keep is really on my side. There are grave things happening within the city. People in the streets are getting restless, getting desperate. There is talk of a frost tide. But with Gudbrand's age and his eldest not wanting the throne, there may be only this Titan character that is yet to reveal their identity who could take the throne. The room goes silent. One of the orcs stood next to you, Devon, says, well, why don't you just challenge the Scar leader? No, that is not what I wish. We need a true leader. Someone that can bring us into a golden age, not some fat bureaucrat. Well, yeah, surely you could do that. I'm better off on the field. You know this, Ulag.
But think of your speaking skills, I interject. I mean, you've come into this room and you've commanded our attention. You are clearly a person worthy of respect. So I understand that your mind is set on the battlefield, but I think you might be underestimating your abilities as a leader.
He almost seems shocked for a moment that the new guy is speaking up so quickly, and he goes, There is some truth to this, but my position, I have it because of the Vesta. Everything that we have in the city, he gestures towards the other orcs. It is because, in some way or another, these people respect us for what we once were, the great Megru Empire. But that is no longer. This is a time of peace. We're not viewed the same way anymore. We're losing our grasp. The older orc speaks up. You must relax, my son. There is much pressure on you. I realize this. You have been put in an impossible position. If the rest of the knights have betrayed you, as you suggest, then we need to find a way to regain control without the Vesta. If the other knights that have been sent there have done anything to our men, then that is off the table now. No, Jamal speaks up again. It cannot be. I need to go. I need to find out what's going on there, and I need to rescue the rest of the orcs. That is the only way. The older orc is like, no, you are required here. Your position of power is here. And now some of the other orcs are like, well, hold on. And they start arguing. And there's a murmur as they argue within the room, Devon.
Well, I kind of view, like, maybe I have overstepped a boundary, even though I am giving respect to the leader by interjecting while this type of conversation's happening. So I kind of just keep quiet during this point and kind of just listen to what is being said in the room.
Yeah, so as you wait a little bit, Jamal slams his tankard of ale down on the table. Enough! Enough of this! We bicker like humans! And they all go quiet. Okay, if you do not want me to go to the Vesta, then I need help from others. It cannot be us orcs. We are being watched. We need someone to tail Nari and Brer, see where they're going after they leave the barracks at night. And then we need another party to investigate the whereabouts of the other Diamond Knights. If they are truly gone, if they have been dispatched by the undead, then it cannot be a mere group of peasant orcs that goes and fights for this. We need the entire town on our side. So, do we have any volunteers? Who do we know within the city that is stealthy enough to follow someone in the midst of night? Ulag, the guy who was at the door, is like, what if my girlfriend did something? No, she is an orc, you fool. Someone else is like, one of the people at the market today was a halfling. Maybe she's small enough. I've seen this halfling. She is dead. Okay, never mind. I'll stop suggesting things, says Sassily.
Is this investigation going to occur tonight, or is it going to be put on standby until we can find people that are capable? Because I know there is a tournament that's going on, so perhaps we could use this tournament as a way to scout potential people into helping us with this operation.
I fear we do not have time for this. The tournament takes place next week, and if things are going as bad as they seem, we might not even have to the end of the week. The older orc nods his head. Yes, if there's anyone we know of now. Otherwise, I will do this. I will have Twinkle follow them. Father, I cannot ask this of you. You're too old. You need to stay behind. No. My bird is a trusted steed. Or not steed, that's the ones you ride. Trusted pet. I will do this if this is what is required. And if they see the bird and track it back to you, these are the risks we must take, my son. Jamal doesn't like that, but he stays quiet. All right, we will pause that meeting for now and head over to Erebus and Reinhardt, who are traveling the opposite direction towards the Manor Yard. It is, the sun has basically gone down completely now, so you do have the stealth of darkness on your side. But there's still people out and about, people carrying lanterns to see where they're going and stuff like that, so it's not completely lights out. There's like street lights as well. What would you guys like to do?
Shall we knock on the door and see if they answer, or shall we just
Climb over!
climb over? Exactly! Who said that?
You see the fucking sketchy looking gnome from the marketplace in the last session. He's like, "Oh, I'm back!" He stood right next to you.
My friend!
I finally got the bucket.
Congratulations! Are there any fires left for you to put out?
Not tonight, but just in case, I'll carry it with me. And you can see he's carrying a large sack as well that is just filled to the brim. There's like things poking out, like little weapons and stuff poking out. Just a large sack of items. Well, it was good seeing you again.
It was good seeing you as well.
Enjoy your climb. He waddles away.
I will. I turn to Reinhardt. Climbing it is?
Climbing it is.
I extend my claws and just latch to the wall and start climbing up it.
Climbing
Grab
it
brick
is.
by brick.
All right, acrobatics checks from the pair of you.
Do I need?
You might have a feature or something as a cat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do, but I will double check.
21.
Damn.
Cat's claws. You have a climbing speed of 20 feet.
Yeah, so you're fine. So yeah, you both climb over. As you get to the top, you can see down on the other side. You just see a 20-foot drop that leads into water.
Since I have dark vision, can I see the bottom? Like, can I tell if the water is deep or not? Actually, I'm just gonna climb down and not make a splash into water.
All right, you both climb down. Another acrobatics from Reinhardt. I really want
Natural 20, 25.
Fuck. All right, you climb perfectly fine. So yeah, you sort of dip your feet in. There's enough to where you can stand in this area of the water, but it definitely gets deeper as the farther it goes.
Can I see people like
really
on the
hope we
road?
get that, didn't you?
With your perceptions, you can see one person stood near the gate, sort of just like toking on a pipe in the classic Manor Yard robes. but that's all you see in that general direction.
So doing, how do we want to do this? I sort of because we want to stay silent. So we're just gonna use those military gestures for like this entire conversation.
Yeah, I'll just assume you're doing the gestures when you speak.
I'm like, do we swim or do we like crawl on the underside of the bridge to get to the other side?
I mean, where are we exactly? We like
You're in like the shallow area. It's like, sort of like a sandy beach, and you can see on the other side, on like the island in the middle, there is like tiki torches lit up, and you think you can see like shadows of people walking around, but you can't see anyone right now.
So are we trying to get here to scout it?
I don't know. Where are you guys going?
I want to try to get to the
say,
building.
I would say we'd try to go around it, like around shallow area, and then get in behind.
Yeah, let's do that. That plan sounds good.
Do tabaxi have any like disadvantage to swimming?
Not that it mentions.
Okay, so yeah, you will swim across. So both of you can give me acrobatics to try to swim.
Could I meant like since we're trying to go around until we get to this shallow point, could I instead of swimming, sort of crawl along the wall, Spider-Man style, till we get to that point?
Technically, yeah, you can do that.
Then I will do that and not risk the check.
All right, and both of you can give me stealth checks as well.
I need to level up like 2 more times so I get that ability that makes it so any stealth roll I do automatically is a 10 plus my modifier, unless I roll higher than a 10.
My acrobatics and my survival, both of them got a 22.
Okay.
I got 13 plus 7, so unnatural 20.
Damn. All right, so yeah, you guys silently, Erebus clawing on the wooden wall, the inner wooden wall, and Reinhardt swimming. Is your head above the water, or are you under the water?
See, this is why we were the spec ops of the Vindicta.
Exactly. You guys work really well together.
I'm doing that thing where you're just like you're swimming slowly, but you like peek your mouth out every once in a while.
Okay. And yeah, you guys swim / climb your way to the back of the building. You don't see anyone around here. There are sort of large windows that peek out, and you can now there's like light that shoots out from these windows, and you can hear people chatting inside. You can't really pick out what they're saying though.
I guess I want to cross and then like be as flat to the ground as possible and as close to the windows as we can without like trying to stay out of the light.
All right, another stealth check. Reinhardt, are you also doing this?
Yes.
Don't fail us now, dice. Ooh, 16 plus 7, so
Damn.
23.
16 plus 5.
Jesus Christ.
Woo!
All right, you guys stealth up to the
Holy
windows. What exactly are you doing once you get to the window? Are you like looking through the window?
No, for now I just want to listen.
All
Are the
right.
voices clearer?
Yeah, they're slightly clearer. You pick out little things. Like, you can definitely tell that someone inside is talking about Ramona. But that's basically... It's very difficult to hear.
If I put my ear up to the wall, because sound travels better through solid objects than it does through air, would I be able to hear better?
Maybe.
Alright, I put my, not up to like the window, but just like, I put my ear on the wall to see if that helps improve the sound quality.
Basically what you get is they're talking about what they want to do with Ramona.
Based on the silhouette of the house that we saw as we like climbed in and like climbed over, is there like a chimney or vent on the roof that I could listen to for better quality near like this area we're in?
You didn't see a chimney, no.
Like a history check to see if I mean, like, just to see what the building is like based on.
Sure.
13.
What it's based off of is probably older sort of elvish designs. Nothing stands out too much other than just the sort of the shape of the building is like something you'd find in like a forest on Elfir.
Is like the materials that's made out of like old or
Yes.
so there could be like cracks in the building that you could.
Potentially.
Alright, I want to do perception or investigation. Which one is
Investigation.
it?
No, I would like to
Investigation.
help
See if
him.
I can see him.
Okay,
You'll help me
you
with
want to help him,
advantage?
so you get advantage, yeah.
Except with perception or whatever, you might have already had advantage because it's wisdom based.
Oh, no, investigation is intelligence.
So you now have advantage instead of not having it.
Yeah. Now I have advantage because you gave it to me. 15.
So you're looking for a crack that you can listen through, right?
Yeah, or see through.
Okay. This building doesn't appear to have cracks. You assume that because they're wizards, if there was some sort of breakage, they could fix it pretty easily.
Alright.
So you don't notice anything, at least on this side of the wall.
What's next?
Erebus, are you still listening on
Yeah.
the wall?
Yeah, I have a stop.
Okay. You hear the conversation sort of shifts. There's a moment where they begin speaking about like the Scar Leader and sort of the things that were happening earlier today. And then you hear a voice that hasn't spoken yet, some sort of female voice. And it sounds like the people that were in the room that you're listening into leave the room.
I wait 10, 20 seconds and I peek like one eyeball up to the window, presenting the least amount of disturbance to like see if there's someone still in there.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
15.
All right, you peek around the window. The first thing you see, the only person in the room is someone lying in a medic bed, and you assume it's Ramona, but you're not quite sure. And then like a second later, the door begins to open again, and you
Head back down.
yeah.
Did I see like a window on the other side by the bed?
No, it seemed like she was in some more like a cabin type room than like a medic, like a hospital room.
I gesture to Reinhardt. I'm like, stay here on the ground. I assume there's an area where there's like, on houses, you know, where there's like this one set of windows and then there's like a foot gap,
Yeah.
like a 2-foot gap, and then there's
Yeah.
the next set of windows. I would like to climb up that so I'm like on the roof so I can get like a better advantage looking down without people, because people aren't going to be looking up as much as they'll like maybe see my disturbance on the bottom.
Right. Okay. You climb up a little bit. Give me another stealth check.
Okay. 19.
All right. Stealth, seemingly well. You peer, I assume, with like this sort of one eyeball again.
Yeah. But I'm not like hanging off the roof a little bit, like dipping my head down off the roof.
Yeah. You look inside the room with your quick glance. You see two robed figures speaking to the large Goliath woman, Diamond Knight, that you recognize from the marketplace. And they're just stood there staring at Ramona.
But none of them are facing me.
I mean, kind of. They're sort of facing... They're looking in a direction that isn't away from you or towards you. They haven't noticed you.
And I have now identified that the person in the bed is indeed Ramona.
Yes.
Alright, then I'm going to gesture down to Reinhardt with like my free hand that isn't sort of like keeping me in this position,
Yeah.
and be like, let's just sort of, wait and listen, see if they're actually going to do anything to Ramona, or they're just going to heal her and let her go.
I understand.
All right. The military hand signals, Mission Impossible style. So you guys are just going to wait and see what happens, basically.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. So for the time being, we will flip back over to the other group. Inside the orc meeting, the older orc and the Captain America orc bicker back and forth about the best way to continue with their plan. Jamal will basically just say, eventually we're going to have to deal with the repercussions of not acting sooner to whomever it was that entered the Vesta, and I believe that day is coming. So, I will head back to the barracks. I will convene with my fellow knights. I will try my best to read them, see what exactly they are up to, if anything, and I will continue with the plan as is. But, Father, do not get involved. I promise. I beg of you. I beg that you do not get yourself in more trouble than you need to, okay? Rest here. Stay hidden. I will do what I can. The other orcs are just like, yeah, and if you need us, just let us know. Of course, I will see you again tomorrow. And he stands up. He looks towards Devon. It's very good to meet you, Devon. Or, I think you said Rot was your name.
Yes, Devon Rot. I sometimes go by my last name for more formalities. But, there will be another meeting tomorrow at this same establishment?
Correct.
Alright, well, I will see if I can find any information on people who might be able to help us. We will see. I'm a little unfamiliar with this town, so I will try my best.
All right. Adios, amigos. He walks towards the door. It opens up. He taps the heavily armored guy on the shoulder. They nod at each other, and they leave the bar. Devon, before you go, the older orc will walk up to you and say, "Your friends, your special party that you travel with, is there anything that they could do to help my son?"
So, I was thinking about that, and the only reason that I did not suggest it right now is I don't think it'd be fair to them to, have them engage in something of this high caliber of responsibility without them having a little insight and time to debate if they would like to help. So,
That is understandable.
I will talk to them either tonight or tomorrow, and then I will report back, and I will see if any of them might be able to assist us.
Fantastic. I look forward to seeing you again, Devon.
Yes, and I didn't catch your name, by the way, sir. What was it again?
Yes. I am Dragon.
Dragon. I'm glad that we are now formally met, Dragon. And I also had a little question for you as well, is your son, Jamal, is the leader of the Diamond Knights. Were you ever a member or leader of the Diamond Knights yourself?
No, my story did not start here in Knox Hollow. I was actually a soldier in the Ring War.
Ah, yes. Our people are constantly stuck in powerless wars. It is draining, but that is all the more reason for us to stick together as a species.
Yes, I sought a life here on Zokor Prime for my son. I left about a decade ago. The current leader of Megru, Lord Sourblood, he intrigues me. The first in a long line of ogres to actually create peace in the galaxy, but I have not yet gathered the courage to return home.
Ah, so you are also from Megru 5.
Yes, I was
Yes.
actually one of the original crew members of the Vesta when it went down, and I've just been here ever since.
Ah, well, I come from Megru 5 myself, and I have seen many the things that you have seen, though I lack the experience and expertise that you possess. So, I hope to learn from you in future meetings.
Yes, and you as well, my friend. I believe we can actually do a lot for each other.
Yes, that is faux show.
All right, let me not take any more of your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You as well. I shall see you tomorrow at the same time. And
Yes.
might be here a bit earlier to partake in free food and beverages, as I cannot get that anywhere else.
Yes. I'm sorry, I burped as I said that. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Sorry, I too have taken a part in the drinks. I apologize.
Ah, it's only customary, friend. Alright, well, see you tomorrow then, and I head out.
So as you walk out the door, you can see Dritchy has one of Cock's arms around her shoulder, trying to pick him up off the floor that he's fallen down onto, and he's just drunk out of his fucking mind. Oh, Devon, thank God.
I feel all the happiness that was inside my soul just vanished in an instant, as I now feel like I'm going to be publicly humiliated dragging Cock back to the hotel.
The entire counter on the bar is filled with drinks.
Oh, I motion. Is Donkey still at the bar?
Yeah.
I motion to Donkey. Can I get one for the road? None for him though. He's had enough.
Absolutely.
You
He pours a large one for you and puts a cap on it so you can carry it with you.
Thanks, friend. I shall see you tomorrow, and thank you once again for your hospitality.
It was a pleasure, Devon. Vrigi drags Cock back out onto the street, sort of following behind Devon as you guys go. So are we?
Oh, I would be helping out Drigi with this.
Okay, yeah. So you both have an arm over your shoulder. Back to the hotel, I guess.
Yes, this one needs some sleep, maybe some water too, to prevent a nasty hangover. How many did he have?
I swear to God, it was like 200. 10 gold gets you a lot of alcohol.
How is he still alive?
Yeah, give me a Constitution saving throw. Jesus Christ.
I got a natural one.
As you say, how is he still alive? He just vomits all over the floor. There's like a little bit of blood in it too. Like, oh God, is that what it smells like when I do it? Oh Jesus. And yeah, you just drag him through his puke back towards the hotel. Yeah, Jesus Christ. So you guys head back to towards the hotel. We'll go back over to the Spy Kids. Erebus extended above one of the windows, sort of looking in. Reinhardt down below, waiting for the signal. What would you guys like to do?
How long have we been sitting here waiting?
We'll say about 5 minutes.
Has there been any
gone by?
Change to like the number of occupants in the room, or have I been able to discern like better what they're going to do with Ramona?
Yeah, so at a certain point the Goliath woman will conclude speaking and then exit the room, and one of the two robed people will sort of begin to pick Ramona up out of the bed.
I gestured down to Reinhardt, like, do we risk exposing ourselves and possibly starting a fight rescuing her, or do we just follow them to see what they do?
I just sort of should follow them, not cause any unnecessary damage.
I would just sort of just like follow them on the outside, me like climbing up.
This is awesome. Yeah, so you guys give me more
Floating building on like posts.
What?
Is this building like on posts?
Not really. It's just sort of a wooden cabin type building with
Alright, I was
elvish.
just wondering, 'cause I was gonna go underneath and like follow the sounds of the footsteps.
It's like on an island, right?
Yeah.
Alright, just making sure.
So yeah, give me 2 more stealth checks. Because
Woo! 22.
Yeah. 22, Jesus Christ.
23.
Yeah, I'm never gonna fucking spot you guys. I don't even know why I roll at this point. So you guys travel along the side, sort of following Erebus, occasionally peeking through the windows to see where they're headed.
I had to go full cat at some point, guys.
Yeah, fucking full Spider-Man, Jesus Christ. And eventually you spot, sort of, you're hanging off the side. You can see now in the outer area where the tiki torches were, there's a larger group of robed figures that are gathered around a fire. They're like chanting things and like laughing, drinking. And then you can see, you sort of have to climb on top of the roof to like peer over Erebus, and you can see they're sort of carrying Ramona bridal style. And one of the robed figures is walking with the Goliath woman back towards the entrance of the manor yard.
Is the person carrying Ramona going back towards the entrance?
Yes, they are both traveling in that direction.
Can I see Reinhardt from where I'm at?
Yeah, you can just peek down.
I sort of gesture to him to retrace our steps and sort of get outside of the manor yard. Get to the we need to get to the entrance. One of us needs to get to the entrance of the manor yard from the outside so we can follow them if they go anywhere. I'll stay up here on the roof to make sure they don't double back or something.
Okay.
I'll do that.
All right,
And I also said, like, take the quickest exit out of the manor yard, and then once you're out of the manor yard, you can, like, run to the entrance, I guess.
Okay.
Try to see if I can catch up to them with my speed.
All right, acrobatics plus a stealth check.
Oh yeah. 20 and 21.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I
Dang.
gotta roll just in case.
Jacob's got that lucky dice.
So you
Not really lucky. I rolled a 15 and a 16. I get +5 for both of them.
You swim over to the wall, begin to grab onto the planks and climb over. Give me another acrobatics roll as you try to climb down.
Wait. 12, 13, 17.
Damn it. Alright, so you just climb down and begin to sort of stealth sprint back around towards the entrance. Erebus, you can see they go across the bridge. They head towards the gate. The wizard that was at the gate stops smoking on his pipe, starts waving his hands around, and the gate rises up. They all nod at each other. The Goliath takes Ramona into her hands and walks out the gate, and then it closes.
I get out too.
You want to go the same way he went?
Yeah, quickest way out.
All right, you can just do stealth. You don't need to. You can just climb up and down like fucking Spider-Man. It's ridiculous.
I got a climb speed, so that means I can do it without that. I got a 13 plus 7, so unnatural 20.
All right, you just. I may as well check. Yeah. You climb up and down. You don't think anyone spotted you, and you rejoin Reinhardt running around the side.
Could I know we're not in combat, but I assume it's a pretty far distance. So could I do my full 120 movement?
You guys are 100% quick enough to get to the front before she's gotten very far because she's walking.
And we're the fast boys. We're fast enough to keep up with a motorbike for several hours, so let's do this.
You guys get up to the entrance. You can see her walking the other direction, somewhere closer towards the Paradox. I assume you follow.
Yeah.
Stealth checks. I have to keep asking just in case.
21.
17. Oh no.
Okay, so you
One
guys
time,
are sort of crawling across the front of the manor yard. You walk towards one of the basic livings. You're like hiding behind, seeing where she's going, and then there's a moment where you like think she turns to try to look in your direction. So you pull back, you wait, you look, she's gone. Give me perception checks.
Great. 9. Don't forget you have advantage, Jacob. Do it.
I mean, my first roll is way better than my second, so 24.
Okay, yeah. Reinhardt, you spot her. She's now sprinting Ramona over her shoulder towards the Paradox into the basic living section in the southwest of the map.
I look at him and I'm like, if we've been, I say because we're out of. If we've been spotted, we might as well run, right?
Yeah.
Well, 120 feet per 6 seconds. Go.
All right, you guys start sprinting off after her. Give me more perception checks. It's getting way more crowded now. People are beginning to go back to their homes, but there's still people laid out on the streets who clearly have not made enough money this week to afford their apartments, and I have to sleep on the street tonight. 14.
Natural 20, 25.
Okay, so you're sprinting down. You've like clocked exactly where she's going. Okay, Reinhardt.
Mm-hmm.
You notice like a toss, and you can see Ramona's body being chucked somewhere out of sight, and then the Goliath turns towards you, pulls her weapons out, and says, "Stop!" What do you do?
I do the hair movements, telling Erebus that Morona? What was I literally forgot the word. The name.
Ramona.
Ramona was tossed over in that direction.
When she turns to like look at us, could I have a split second to like use my bonus action hide to like disappear from her sight, or would that be too unrealistic?
Sure. Yeah, you can hide.
So yeah, leave
Where
me
would, you,
just.
where would you like to hide?
I assume we're in this basic living area over here, right?
Yeah.
So I like duck into one of the alleyways with my 17,
Okay.
and then I see Reinhardt's like gesture saying she tossed Ramona, and then while she's distracted by Reinhardt, I would like to like sort of crawl up onto the roofs and sort of like leapfrog across the buildings until I get to that alleyway where Ramona is and pick her up and get back on the roofs, if at all that's possible. And I wasn't spotted.
We're not gonna enter combat, but I want you guys to roll initiative so I can know what order things happen.
11.
4. Natural 1.
Okay. So this is what happens. The Goliath woman shouts out towards Reinhardt and says, "You're interfering in business you don't understand. Go away."
I'll say, I'm just traveling my own way.
Then continue to do that. And she turns towards where she threw the body and begins to sort of try to duck around the corner. Erebus, what are you doing?
So where am I in my plan? I'm like right at the...
You sort of, you've just currently ducked away behind an alleyway, and you can now begin to climb the roof or climb the building. If you
I
want.
gesture to Reinhardt to like keep distracting her. And then I climb up onto the building and try to get as close, like, to the alleyway where she threw Ramona.
Okay. Then, in an instant, Erebus, I need you to make me a dex saving throw.
Yes. That's what I'm good at, except I rolled poorly, so an 8.
Okay. Suddenly, sadly, once again, you see an arrow fire down right below your feet, and an explosion erupts, and you are currently blinded. Reinhardt, you can hear the sound of this thing detonating up above on the roof. It doesn't sound like an explosion as much as just like a puff of energy going off. And you can now see... well, it's your turn. What would you like to do? What's the first thing you would do when that happens?
Get down. Get behind something.
All right, you dive behind something. Something happens. Erebus, give me a Constitution saving throw.
13?
It's not enough. So you're still currently blinding. You're looking around. You're feeling around on the roof, trying to figure out where you are, trying not to fall off. Reinhardt, you dive behind like a trash can or something. What do you do?
I am going to peek up and do I'll do a stealth, see if I can disappear
Okay, give me a stealth roll.
so no one else can see me.
You won't disappear, but if they fail, then that you won't be seen.
20.
Rolled a D12. Why did I do that? Okay, yeah, you sneak off. Are you just like hiding behind the trash can now?
Yeah, I'm like hiding, but I'm like slowly moving around the area so I can like get a better angle, see if I can see anyone.
Okay. Erebus, give me another Constitution saving throw.
21.
Okay, yeah, you rub your eyes. You're looking around. That's the end of your turn. Reinhardt, once again, what would you like to do?
I'll do a perception, see if I can see anyone. 22.
22. Nauri, or the Goliath woman, has ducked somewhere. She's gone somewhere in the time where you were hiding. You don't see anyone else. You're looking around. You don't think there's anyone like up on the roofs or something. Besides Erebus, who's currently trying to become unblinded or has. That is your turn. Erebus, now what would you like to do?
I guess I peer down into the alleyway to see if they're still there.
All right. Perception or investigation?
21 perception.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
In the time you were blinded and the time Reinhardt was hiding behind a trash can, Nauri, including the body of Ramona, has managed to escape.
With that perception, I pick up the arrow.
Yeah.
That landed between my feet, and I remember this asshole from yesterday. Earlier today, and this which I can't remember which one. Can I with that perception check? Would I be able to, at you telling me, remember which one of them it was that shot the blinding arrows?
Intelligence check to see if you remember.
10.
10. It was the human.
The human. Okay. I drop back down to Reinhardt. Seems she's in the clutches of the Diamond Knights now, just like potentially our friend Matty is. There's something deeply foul in the heart of this city's protectors.
Can I do a survival check to see if I can map their footsteps?
Sure.
Could I give the help action, like I'm helping look and I'm pointing them out to him instead of doing the roll myself?
Sure, yeah.
He already had advantage, it doesn't matter.
18?
18, yeah.
Sense of tracking is very strong. You probably get to about the edge of the main road up north, and then there's too many footprints to keep track of.
Oh,
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, we can tell that they probably went to the barracks.
we head back to the inn for the night.
All right, so we'll pause there with you guys as you guys begin to head back towards the inn. The spotless crew. The three of Dridgy, Devon, and very drunk Cock stumble inside. You can see the dwarf is excited for a moment to see you all. Like, oh my goodness. He is quite messed up. Have fun?
Yes. He certainly did.
Yes, Dridgy says, yes, he did. Oh my god. I don't know if this was the good kind of fun, though, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's the kind of fun you'll feel in the morning, for sure. Alright, well, have a good night.
Did you get
Socially
our
awkward.
friend upstairs some food?
Yes. He appeared to be playing some sort of game where the cards he had were like spaceships and they were flying around or something.
Ooh. Creative.
Was he using the ball bearings?
Yeah. Who said that? You can see the gnome is now sat down in the inn. It was me over here. Yeah. Okay. Calm down, Mr. Gnome. Yes, he was using the ball bearings. How did you know that? What the fuck? I know all within the city. Ooh. And then he just stays quiet.
That was my original 3.
Yeah. So you guys head to your room. Who's staying with who? Who's staying in what room?
I'm staying in the room with Aldwin, and I assume Reinhardt and Devon are, and then the other two, because Cock is like 5 times larger than the rest of us,
Yeah,
are in the other room.
makes sense. Me.
So Devon, you helped Dridgy bring Cock into the other room.
Yep. And then I, before I go and retire to my slumber, I give Cock a massive bottle of water, and I say, please drink this before you go to bed. It will save you wonders in the morning.
And Dridgy begins desperately trying to pull the turtle costume off of Cock's body as he lies in the bed. And yeah, Devon, you head to the other room. At this point, the other two, the door opens. The dwarf is like, oh, good, it's just about to close up. Oh, you both are quite sweaty. Off for a midnight run?
Oh, yes. We checked up on our friend Ramona in the manor yard.
Perfect. How is she?
I couldn't quite get a feeling of how physically she was, but she might be in some danger. It seems the knights have taken some interest in her and taken her back to their barracks.
The Diamond Knights.
Indeed.
Oh shit. I hope they look after her. And he like sort of looks around. You folks enjoy your stay tonight. And he starts like gathering some things up behind his counter.
I lean down and whisper to him I'm like, this isn't the first time this has happened, is it?
No, it's not. There was another.
Indeed, I believe the other you spoke of was a member of the ship I came to this planet on.
Really?
Indeed.
If they know about us, what if there's more attacks? What if I have to warn Titan? And he gathers up this little sack. You folk are good with staying here for the night. I'll lock up when I get back.
Oh, and if this Titan, I'm like, after you start mentioning Titan, and like I assume this is getting into shady shit, I switch over to like
yeah.
the talk where like you say 2 minutes worth of stuff.
Yep.
Bunch of it makes no sense. I'm like, we might have a common cause if your friend ends up entering the barracks to rescue Ramona. You might find allies amongst us to rescue our own companion who was taken.
Well, I'll be honest. It's a bit risky at this point to tell Titan about you guys, but
Just to keep it in mind, my friend.
yes, and if you hear anything more, if Ramona gains consciousness and she's fine, just let me know.
Indeed.
Heads towards the door.
I head towards the room.
All right, you guys enter the room. You sort of see Devon exiting out of Cox's room as this happens, and you guys look at each other.
Hey, you guys get any good information?
Let's talk in the room, not the hallway.
You guys walk inside the room. You can see Alduin has fallen asleep on the bed.
I shut
One
the
of
door.
the beds.
I shut the door.
Yep, you shut the door.
It appears on our scouting mission, Ramona was taken from the manor yard by the Diamond Knights to their barracks, we believe. I confirmed with the bartender downstairs. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. I believe the other person it happened to was indeed Maddie Winters. There's something deeply corrupt in the forces of the Diamond Knight. Whether it's all of them or none of them, I don't know. But something is going on that is darker than the people realize in this city.
Well, it's funny you mention the Diamond Knights because in the meeting that I attended, I actually was able to meet the leader of the Diamond Knights. So, really, I'll give you a bit of a synopsis of what went down in the meeting. So, the leader came in. His name is Samal. We started the meeting then. There is a massive amount of conflict beneath the orc group right now because there is Vesta, which is basically the last hope and control for orcs in Nox Hollow, and they're starting to lose stability of it. So
Because of the zombies.
yes, because they're getting a little bit desperate, and funnily enough, Jamal didn't mention anything about people getting captured or whatnot, but he did kind of present things as a bit of a do or die situation. And, which is where you guys may or may not come in, is he mentioned that there would need to be someone that would need to be doing a little bit of a, thing that you guys are particularly expertise in, which is stealth. So I didn't mention. What's up?
I said that is my area of expertise. Was there any hint of what the job might require of
It seemed more as a tailing mission than anything. There are a few people, if I remember the meeting correctly, which I may not. It's been a long night dealing with Turtle Boy. But
he made a fool of himself.
I mean, when you get dragged through a puddle of your own vomit, that's typically never a good night.
He's going through a lot.
So
Indeed.
things have been a little foggy since I left the meeting, but from what I remember, it sounds like there potentially might be dissenters within the Diamond Knights, because I only have met the man once, the leader, but he did not strike me as the ringleader of a smuggling operation. It seems like he has more pressing matters that on the dome currently.
I pull out the arrow, because I took it with me. The arrow that with the blinding, and I pull it out and I present it to him. This was one of those blinding arrows that gentleman in the fire so graciously fired upon us. The human and his friend, the female Goliath, the ones who made off with Ramona.
Okay.
So they are high up in the organization if they came to respond to the fire with this captain that you mentioned.
Well,
It would be a risk to meet with them, with him, but as long as we can do it in a place where I can hide most of who I am, I'd at least be willing to meet with him.
So I did not mention your names in relation to that task that was I just mentioned about. Mostly because I didn't want to have you guys go on a mission without first knowing what that is and agreeing to do it. So I'm going to be meeting with them again tomorrow. There could be an opportunity for me to ask some questions of Jamal. I don't want to pry too deep because then things might get a little suspicious. And also, coincidentally, Jamal is the son of the elder orc that we met earlier, who invited me to the party. So there's a little bit of background for you there.
It seems the city is on a boiling point.
I mean, there's the riots we saw.
Well, let's be fair, the riot we caused.
Yes. Some things must occur or get accelerated when they're inevitable. But we still have, I believe, a few days until the tournament starts. So, what are you guys thinking? Should I mention your names as potential suitors for the task?
Mention your friend Set. We'll agree to meet with him.
Set. Okay. And I will make sure that it is just you and Jamal meeting for this, because it might get a little weird if you meet in front of everybody and Dragoon, the elder orc, kind of, because I unfortunately dropped your name inexplicably, might find it a little weird that
Don't worry.
this is now set.
I plan to pick up some supplies tomorrow before we meet.
Alright, well, that seems like a suitable idea. So yes, I will pass on your name tomorrow in the meeting, and I will also see if I can if I can maybe get a little bit of questioning out of Jamal to see what's going on with this one supplies operation.
Indeed. But for now, I suggest we retire. And without trying to be as stealth, cat-like as possible, I get into the bed that Alduin's in and sort of curl up like a cat.
Okay. Curl up like a cat with the child, and I assume Devon and Reinhardt share the other bed.
Are there any chairs in the room?
Yeah. There's a couple,
Alright.
two.
I'm gonna
chairs.
grab one of the chairs and roll it, like put it up to one of the windows and sit there and then smoke one of my cigars.
Okay. Are you gonna do that all night?
No, obviously I'll go to sleep. I just
okay.
want
Just
to think about the night, you know.
You just want to smoke in a room that has a child in it. I got you.
Yes, sir.
And he's a dragon. I assume smoke does
the
not
window
harm.
will be open.
Okay. So you do that, and eventually you guys all retire and have a long rest,
Does,
peacefully sleeping.
does Andrew only get a short rest because of his non-alcohol he consumed?
Fuck you.
You will get a full long rest. However, in the morning there will be some consequences.
As soon as like the 8 hours necessary for a long rest are up, I'm awake.
Okay. You spring awake. You can see Alduin sat there. He smiles at you and continues to play. You can see he set up this, like, on the table, there's, like, these different fleets of different types of cards, and they're, like, fighting, and he's got some sort of rule set in his head that he's playing with.
I smile to him. And then, like, what time is it?
Like 6 a.m.
I go see if there's like breakfast being served, and I'll get some for me and Alduin and bring it back upstairs.
All right, you go
All right,
downstairs.
I like whisper to Alduin. Do you wish to go break our fast?
Yeah, I'm real hungry.
All right, I lead him downstairs to go get food.
All right, you're greeted with the smiling dwarf, Ragdool. He's cleaning up the counter, finishing up some stuff that he didn't get to last night. And he's like, "Oh, Tabaxi friend, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
Sorry if I seemed in a bit of a panic last night. Everything happened so quick.
Perfectly understand.
So, what can I get you? Actually, there are a few things here. We can get you a breakfast, and also there's a note here for a young turtle.
Mm.
I assume it was the one that travels with you. I've only ever seen one other turtle in Knox Hollow, so I just thought
Yes,
I'd
I'll
keep you here at the bar.
if he's not down here by the time we're done eating our breakfast, I'll bring it up to him.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, at this point, I mean, I assume you guys have also begun waking up. It's
Yep.
a bit messy. Devon is a large, muscular orc, and Reinhardt, you've had to sort of make way for him in the bed all night. And he also suffers a little bit from like war dreams, like PTSD. So he's like constantly turning and like accidentally smacking you in the face. So it's a little bit tough, but you did end up getting good rest. Cock, it's pretry brutal. You wake up, the first thing you do is you run over to a bucket in the room and just barf inside of it. And Dridgy like looks at you just like, oh my god. She walks up, sort of taps you on the back. Look, if you're doing this to avoid the visions, there are far better ways to handle your demons, man.
I had the time of my life.
Oh, okay. Well, get dressed. I hung your turtle suit by the window so it could dry out.
Why do you have a turtle suit when you are a turtle?
And she walks out and heads down for breakfast. What are Reinhardt and Devon doing?
I'll just head down and get breakfast as well. But could I? Is
While lighting another cigarette.
Alright,
the
you're
Booze
smoking
Brothers
booze.
open this early in the morning?
You're not sure, but you could go and check at a certain point. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go walk over there right now because I'd rather
Okay.
just get that than free food, than pay for food.
All right, you start heading over towards the Booze Brothers. Dridgy walks down, sits next to the party. Good morning. Alduin says, "Hey," as he's stuffing his face full of muffins.
Was it
and
5
stuff.
silvers or 10 silvers that made up?
Is 5 silver per meal, so you would have paid 10, so 1 gold. Ragdool says, "What do you say, Dridgy? You want a breakfast or?" I'm good for now. I think I'm gonna take a walk around the city, see what the temple's up to today, and then I don't know. I'll figure it out for brunch later. All right, sounds good. Just let me know if you change your mind. Reinhardt and Cock, just let me know when you exit your rooms. You continue barfing.
I'll leave the room while smoking.
Alright, you smoke as you walk down the stairs. Ragdu's like, we don't allow that sort of thing in here. If you could step outside, that'd be great.
On my way. And I step outside then.
You step outside.
I
Devon?
just like lean against one of the walls close to the door.
Okay. Devon, you head over towards the Booze Brothers. There is a sign on it that says closed. It's like flipped over closed. But you can see the goblins inside just washing up and a ridiculous amount of drunk barf off the floors.
I kind of knock on the door and see if they'll answer.
Yeah, one of the goblins is climbing on the monkey bars up above, runs over. He like taps a button that like presses a button that shoots a marble out of a thing, and it slides down and clicks a button on the door that unlocks it, and then he uses his feet to open the door. Hey, what's up, Devon? It's good to see you again.
Hey, is this question for the DM? Is this Donkey or is this because I haven't met Ballbag? Correct.
It looks like Donkey, but also Ballbag also looks like Donkey. So you assume it's
Okay.
Donkey, but because he's seen you, but yeah, you don't know.
All right. Yes, good to see you again, friend. I see that you're cleaning up quite a bit after what was a very rambunctious night.
Oh yeah, a lot of fun in Noxalo we have.
Well, would I be able to give you guys a hand for a little bit in exchange for some grub?
Absolutely, we would love to have the help of a specimen such as you. Come inside, please.
Oh, happy to help out. Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna help clean, and then in exchange for a little bit of breakfast.
Yeah, and maybe kind of also to ask like a few questions here and there.
Okay, yeah. What sort of stuff do you want to ask about?
So I kind of motion towards Donkey as we're kind of cleaning, and I try not to make a big deal of these questions. I'm more just like, I didn't think that like my friend there would be able to drink so much. Is there really any cutoff that you give people, or is it just drink till you drop?
Well, we'd never let anyone die from alcohol, but this is a place for freedom where people can come to let loose a little bit, And he was having fun, so I let him keep going. Should I have stopped? Does he have a problem I don't know about?
No, it's not that. It's more just, I was just so impressed with the immaculate vibes as I came in last night, and
Yes.
I think that you two, both you, Donkey, and Ballbag, play a major part in that. So I kind of wonder, though, is there maybe some more snooty people that kind of turn their nose at this type of establishment?
Yes. Well, you will never see an elf set foot in a place like this. They love their Encelian resort. There are benefits to it, but not for us. We like the more down-to-the-earth, party, rambunctious folk.
Yes, for sure. Is there any of these people in particular that maybe you see or on a notable basis? I mean, honestly, I was quite surprised to see the Diamond Knights coming in last night, and
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Oh. Well, I've known Jamal before he was even a Diamond Knight.
Yes, I heard from his father, Dragoon, that he and Jamal moved here when Jamal was young to escape the war that was occurring.
Yes, it was the... Oh, what battle would it have been? There was so many that Zokro Prime tried not to interfere with, but eventually every battle has its impact on the galaxy. Every planet has had, irreversible damage because of that war. It's really a grim thing.
Yes, it makes me all the more grateful for establishments like this that let me distract myself from some of the areas of my past.
Yes, where we come from, he gestures towards Ballbag, and Ballbag's like looking at you. His like tongue is like slightly sticking out. He doesn't realize it. When we were on Megru, there was this feeling at all times like we were a part of a greater cause for this war, but we never got anything out of it. We were just fighting to fight at a certain point. I think that what Lord Sourblood has done in creating peace is honorable, but yeah, sometimes I don't always trust our own folk. It's sad, really.
Yes, it can be hard to trust anybody these days, but I take great pride in knowing that I have you and your honorable brother in my corner, and in all orcs' corner, because, you know, us orcs and goblins, we get kind of poor treatment from, like you mentioned, the elves, the humans, other species. We really got to stick together, even though there have been conflicts in the past.
Yes. I was going to ask you last night, but your friend was so drunk I thought I would let you help him home. What do you think about this city? Everything that's going on. Every time there's a meeting, the orcs always seem to leave quite disheartened. I hope everything's going all right, and I've heard some bad news about the Vesta recently.
Yes. It's hard to gauge the quality of a town after just being here for a little over a day now. But I would say that this town projects a certain glamour that the underbelly cannot really keep up. It feels like a very, very, very powerful, beautiful piece of jewelry that is sitting on the edge of a countertop, ready to fall off and shatter into a million pieces.
Oh, yes, I agree. This is, there are quite a few issues that need solving, and if I'm being honest, in the time I've been here, the Scar Leader has not been up to snuff in that regard, but hopefully there are times of change coming.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'll just say this to the DM is, I'll just kind of leave that as the questions there, maybe make a little more small talk, and then kind of get my food and head back to the group.
Yeah, it's probably at that point that you guys have finished up cleaning up, and he makes you a quick, bit of eggs, some bacon, really nice bacon, and just a glass of some sort of, probably just water, actually, at this point of the day.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And yeah, he feeds you and thanks you for your service as you head back out.
Thank you, friend.
As this is happening, Reinhardt, you are stood outside the Spotless Crew bed and breakfast. You're leaning up against a wall, and you can see a red-skinned woman, clearly a Ganassi you recognize from the planet Flux, and she begins walking up. You think for a second she's just walking towards the hotel, but then she stops, looks at you. Are you friends with this, she's looking at a piece of paper, broom guy?
Why do you ask?
So she has dark, tight leather armor, and she's actually got aviator sunglasses on over her eyes. She looks at you. My master wishes to host said broom guy for a dinner tonight. He is being talked about all over the city.
I say, give me one moment, and I walk inside the building.
All right, I'll wait out here. She also pulls out a cigarette and starts smoking it, leaning up against the wall.
Obviously, I threw away mine before I walked in, and then I tell Erebus, just so he knows that there's people requesting Devon. Because
Okay.
while I was smoking a cigarette, I didn't even notice that Devon went to the diner.
Yeah.
I just walk out.
Okay, you walk outside.
Are the rooms upstairs, or are they on the same level?
Yeah, they're upstairs.
Alright, when I come out, I'm gonna take one step down the stairs and immediately fall.
Okay, great.
All right. You go face first down the stairs, and you take 6 damage as you land on your head. Your shell, like the bottom of your shell, cracks a little bit as you do this. Oh my goodness! Are you still drunk? The dwarf quickly gets up. He's got he's got a big jug of water. He's like, quickly drink this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the other step outside. You can now see this Ganassi woman wearing her tight leather armor and sunglasses.
Is this
the
same
broom guy?
Is this the same woman we chased yesterday?
No. You chased a Goliath. This is a Ganassi, like they're like the elemental race.
Unfortunately, Broom Guy has stepped out, but we'll be happy to take a message for him.
All right, well, he's been invited to a dinner at the Firefist Estate tonight. You will be meeting with Gudbrand himself, and apparently he has an important mission for Broom Guy. So that's all I got. Sayonara, folks. She begins to get up, she slowly walks past you.
I lighted
will
another
make sure
cigarette
he-
while looking down at her butt.
I'll make
Classic.
Classic.
I'll make sure he receives the message, but I can't guarantee he will arrive. That was tonight, right? Tonight?
Yep, tonight, dinner with one of the most famous men in Knox Hollow. But, if you can't make it, whatever. She walks off. Cock, you've now stood up.
Beautiful.
Are you alright, my turtle friend?
Never been better.
You can see at the bar, Alduin is just laughing so hard. You fell on your head!
Alduin, I'm not inside, don't mind.
Who said
I mean, the door's open. You can definitely hear what happened.
I poke my head and I'm like, Alduin, while the situation might be hilarious, it's not always polite to laugh at other people's misery.
Oh, sorry. He goes back to eating muffins.
Quite all right, child. You're still learning a lot. I'm like,
Nom.
that I don't care
He's
about.
munching muffins.
Ooh.
Hey, yo.
Mr. Turtle, I believe I have a letter for you.
Fantastic.
It was delivered earlier today by some courier. Alright, he hands it out to you. It's got the seal of the Temple of Udon on it. You open it up. I'll just read it to you. It goes, "Hello, young turtle. I have spoken with priest Tezus Chine about the small circular item you left with me. I must say, his reaction was not good. He told me that whatever it is, it was imbued with evil, and that I should destroy it immediately. I hope that your bodyguard friend is in good health, and that the effects of the magic are complete. I wish there was more I could do to personally help her. However, I leave you with this. The scriptures of Udon speak of a root grown on Vegorok called Kalem Lem. It is used in a potion of greater restoration. This is the only thing that I can think of that might help your friend if she is struggling. With peace and grace, may Udon guide you. Dalid, priestess of the temple."
Ooh. I say as I violently chug water.
Yeah. And at this point, Devon has returned to the establishment as well, and you all sit eating breakfast in the Spotless Crew.
Devon, a message came for Broom Guy. He's been invited to the Fire Fist Estate for dinner tonight.
That fucking Broom Guy stole my identity.
No, I'm saying
Fine.
you've been invited.
Oh,
Not,
they,
not
they
Broom
need
Man.
to-
The
Broom
fake
guy.
Broom guy shows up. You.
The other one is Broom Man. You're Broom Guy.
Oh,
Kick your
I'm an
ass.
idiot. Did they mention what time this?
No,
would
I
be?
didn't get that part. So dinner time.
Okay. Well, I am meeting with the orcs again tonight, and I do kind of prioritize my own species over some rando.
Oh, and they have a job to offer, room guy. So,
Okay. Well, did they mention where this would be?
the Fire Fist estate.
Fire Fist, okay. And is that in the same district, or is it in a...
It is all the way north.
Okay.
Perhaps you can arrange to meet the captain earlier in the day.
Yeah, perhaps. I'd feel a little... I feel like it'd be a little bit disrespectful to inquire about that and then not show up to the next meeting. But perhaps they would, Well, the meeting last night, Dylan, that was well after dinner time, right?
Yeah, it was quite late.
Okay. Well then, I shall head over to Fire Fist Estate early. I will be poignant with my arrival, and just kind of maybe set leaving time so that I'm able to make the meeting. And I have my broom for transportation, so
Indeed, broom guy.
broom guy will be broom guy. Boom.
And then
Did they mention that any of you guys could join me, or
it
is
seems
it
to just be broom guy.
Okay? I have turned into quite a popular man since we have gotten here.
Your name was chanted in the middle of a riot, so
That is true. It was one of the most honorable times of my life.
I will be heading to the market today to try to pick up some materials for my operations. I planned to take Alduin with me to see if there's anything he would like to purchase. If anyone else would like to join us after breakfast.
You headed to the mana department yesterday, correct?
Yes.
I might head over there and see if they can teach me a thing or two about spellcasting. That might help us out in the future.
Then be careful. Something isn't quite right over there as well, for they willingly gave over Ramona to the Diamond Knight.
Okay. Well,
I won't prevent you. Just keep your eyes out.
I appreciate the heads up, because there's always seems to be something to look out for in this town. That's what it's taught us.
Dridgy stands and stretches and says, "Well, I'll see you guys when I see you. I'm going for a walk," and walks out the inn.
Have a wonderful day.
She seems to be in
Hello.
better spirits this morning.
Cock and Reinhardt, what are you going to be doing today?
Oh, I was gonna follow Erebus.
Right. So then, are you just going to be just coma-induced vomiting for the whole day, Cock?
I'm going to the mana yard because I still have to do things with my balls.
I love that sentence. Let's go!
Perfect. We don't have to do 3 groups then. So Devon and Cock are headed to the Manor Yard. The other 3 headed to the Morktown trade post.
And just to tell you specifically, I'm looking for a disguise kit, and a poisoner kit is a secondary objective.
Okay.
So I'm proficient in them, so I figured I might as well pick them up.
You will start with the group heading towards the trade post. You can still see the damages from the fight. 2 of the buildings have been very badly burned. It doesn't look like anyone can actually enter them currently, as they've been sectioned off. There is also quite a few of the stands have been shut down. Obviously, Ramona's is no longer there. The jewelry stand that you noticed before has not shown up today, and all of their items have been taken. And you see 2 people. A elf man who actually you remember Erebus had been attacked by one of the zombies, but had managed to crawl under his own stand and out. He has returned. He's selling potions. Actually, the elf's name is Timbly Bibbs. Sorry, I forgot. That is who you see. And then you see the strange gnome that keeps showing up everywhere, selling a large sack of various items, and his sign says magic items with a K.
I approach magic items with a K first.
Oh, my kitty cat friend, welcome back. I knew you could not stay away from Roderick.
Do you perchance, Roderick, have a disguise kit for sale?
Oh, yes, of course. Do you want one?
Indeed. Could I inspect the quality of the item first before I finalize any purchase?
Well, of course. I would not sell you anything that was not high quality. He pulls one out.
It's just like a full-on disguise kit.
Yeah, basically. It's got everything you would need. What kind of disguises will you be partaking in? Going to costume parties or sneaking your way into military bunkers? Ooh.
Why not both?
That will be 3 gold.
I hand him 4 gold. I was never here.
Oh! You're already disguised. He hands it over to you. What about the little one? Hello there! Alduin is freaked the fuck out by this guy and is hiding behind your leg.
Is there anything you would like today, Alduin?
Um,
Actually, do you have any child-sized armor? And then also, is there anything you would like, Alduin?
How many rocks?
child-sized armor. I have armor for a doll. I think it's a little bit too small for your son.
Nothing that would fit him.
I didn't know you had kids. Well, I could potentially talk to one of the merchants in the craft ward about building something, but you may as well do that yourself.
Indeed. Might as well, right?
Alduin says, do you have anything I could eat or drink that would help me remember things? Oh, now that is an intriguing question, young, as you say, Alduin. Let's take a look. And he opens his large sack. Oh, he starts poking around in there. Well, there are things that can actually help you improve your memory, but I do not have anything like that on me today. I apologize. Usually I carry all kinds of things, but with the attack, I seem to have misplaced a few of my items.
It's unfortunate. If you stumble upon one of them again, you can find us. You know where we are.
Oh, well, I've already stumbled upon one.
Oh, you have one?
No. You have one. And he points at Reinhardt.
Oh.
You wear one right now, my friend.
His cloak that gives him
Are
his
you
power.
people this daft?
No, I just...
Not Daft Punk?
Not daft so much as...
Is Daft Punk here right now? I love him.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, sorry, the demons.
Not so much daft as not thinking about it that way.
Alduin's looking at both of you. What does he mean?
The cloak Reinhardt wears.
Yes, it's a very magical item.
Indeed, it greatly improves some of his more wisdom-based qualities. It might help you as well, but it unfortunately would age you to be an adult. So you miss out on a great portion of your life. So if it's something you really want, we can discuss it. But I prefer
I don't want to take something that's useful to you guys.
Maybe there are other ways we can go about this. Thank you for your help.
If you're willing to get rid of that cloak, I would buy it for quite a bit of gold.
Maybe another day.
Well, of course. Goodbye. If you have any other magic items, just bring them to old Roderick Jack. I'll buy them all. I love stuffing them in my sack.
I pull out the immovable rod. How much would you pay for this?
Oh my. Quite a rare item. Oh, I would give you 1,000 gold for that, baby.
I will think upon it, and I put it back in my backpack.
Tease.
I need to know my options. I might not necessarily be taking in them all at once.
Oh, it's the best character.
I feel like Either once you started making him be the person who was like saying stuff when there's no one else around, you sort of expanded him to being this thing.
He was just one of the people I had marked down in the trade post, and now he's my favorite character. All right.
I would like to approach the potion shop as well.
All right, you approach Timbley's Potions Emporium.
Would you? I'm gonna say this in Thieves' Cant because I feel like it might be a more frowned upon thing to ask for, but I'm essentially asking if he has a poisoner's kit for sale.
Yeah, I could sell you some poison. Anyone in particular? I'm just kidding. I don't care. How many do you need?
I think it's like an actual kit I can get or something.
Oh, let me take a look.
Yeah, poisoner's kit. Yeah, it's 50 gold is like the thing D&D Beyond this its value at, which I can't afford, so I'll probably not be able to get this.
Yeah, he will offer it to, since it's just a basic item. I'll just say he offers it to you for 50 gold.
Maybe one day I'll be able to purchase it.
Well, I'll be around here.
Another thing, this isn't Thieves' Cant. Do you have a potion that might help fix one's memory if they've gotten amnesia?
Well, depends on the form of amnesia, but I could brew up something that would assist in lifting fog from one's mind. However, it is quite an expensive item.
How expensive?
Just under 700 gold.
Alright, here's the thing. I could sell the immovable rod. But the other thing is the immovable rod came with Alduin, and I don't know. We've already given away one of the artifacts we gave to him, so I don't know if we want to give away another one.
Yeah, he will also say the important thing about this potion is it does not have any effect on magical amnesia. It's purely physical. So if it's a spell that's been casted on someone, it won't have an effect.
That is something I'll need to research. Thank you for your help, though, my friend.
Absolutely. Have a good day, sir.
I'm done.
Thank you for shopping at Timbley's, even though you didn't buy anything.
Thank you for letting me peruse your selection.
Absolutely. It's dark times we find ourselves in.
Is there like a clothes shop that would sell like common clothes, or like someplace where we could go get Alduin his own clothes, so he's just not wearing my cloak that's like 2 sizes too big for him everywhere?
Yeah, there was definitely people in the craft ward who specialize in making custom outfits and stuff like that.
And I would like to go get stuff like that for Alduin for the remainder of my day until something else comes up.
All right, so you guys head there. The other two, Devon and Cock, head towards the manor yard. You make your way up to the large wooden gate, and it's closed. What do you do?
Hello.
Is it like is there any place to look through the gate, or maybe like a
No.
a doorbell?
It doesn't appear so.
All
And
right.
you remember when you saw last time when the person opened it, they used magic.
Use magic. Well, I don't want to use magic quite yet, so I'll just knock on the door.
You knock on the large gate. You hear, "What?"
We are here to inquire about potential magician activities.
Oh, you guys got gold?
Nope, I'm broke.
Well, then the gate's broke.
Well, I do have proficiency in some healing abilities, so I was wondering if there'd be anyone inside that would be able to help me with that.
Persuasion check.
Persuasion check. Persuasion check. Roll, roll, roll. Here we go. That is a natural 20. Woo!
Huh. 1 second. Let me ask somebody. Hey, does anyone want to help a guy get better at healing stuff? And you hear like someone say like, maybe I have the time. Okay, I'll let him in for now. And you just hear like, "Voila, souffle, and there's like this magical essence that shoots out and it wraps around the gate, and it begins to lift up. All right, come on quick before I decapitate both of you just for making me waste my time.
I head in.
All right, I assume you both do.
That was, sorry, the saying to open the gate was Wale Sule Mave.
It's something like that. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to write that down in case I need to break in again.
Okay, cool. I love that. Yeah, so you guys walk inside. He closes it behind you. All right, now don't go messing around, all right? Us wizards don't like people snooping in our business. And he sort of leads you guys across the bridge over towards the island, where you can now see a bunch of wizards that are doing tons of stuff. There's like a couple wizards that are like lifting water into the air and throwing it against the wall so it just goes right back into the pool. There's like one wizard that's like casting a spell on clearly like a cow that they've gotten from the meat farm, and it just like turns into a chicken for a second. They're like, whoa, hey! And then there's like a wizard on top of the roof that's slowly floating and then falls down, like sprains their ankle. And yeah, there's just like all kinds of magic going on. The guy that's led you across the bridge is like, all right, who said that they wanted to help out the Healy guy? One of the robed figures. This is a man with a long beard, probably in his like late 40s, human man, and he's got purple robes on and a classic wizard's hat. He walks over. I will assist. Okay, I'm going back to the gate. Don't mess anything up, you two. That guy leaves.
Hello. Well, I appreciate you taking me and my friend Donnie here. I am Devon Rot. What is your name, good sir?
My name is Jekyll. Nice to meet you.
Jekyll. Fine name.
So, you have some special abilities you wish to show off or potentially assist us with? Would you like to show me?
Sure. I have a variety of spells that I could demonstrate. Would you like to see perhaps a healing spell, since that is the focus of our conversation?
Yes, let me get you a canvas, my good sir. And he pulls out a dagger from his robes and just stabs himself in the palm.
Oh.
And just opens a huge hole. All right, give it a go.
Well, I didn't think you'd do that, but, you know.
Quickly, I'm bleeding.
Alright, yep, I used Cure Wounds, and that heals 11 health.
All right. Oh, he looks at it, fills up, and then there's just a tiny little scar. Very impressive. We don't get a lot of healers in these parts. Usually it's just people that wish to make trades. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, well, when we came into town yesterday, the person who was checking us in and getting our details mentioned that this would be a good place to go if, you wanted to learn more about some healing abilities, and you and your tactics show that you are a man of capable abilities, so I hope that I can learn a decent bit from you.
Yes, well, there's a few of us here that specialize in healing magic. Some of us are more of the combat-style arcane abilities, and then others focus on things like barely flying, and you can see the guy who's on the roof has now fallen down off the roof onto his back. You hear a large snap sound as like his ribs crack, and then one of the healing wizards runs over, goes hibbity hibbity, and he gets up. I'm gonna try it again. And he runs back upstairs towards the roof.
I gotta learn that spell.
Hibbity bibbity. Yes, we've got plenty of wizards. I have to say, we are quite busy this time of year. There's a lot of tournaments going on, people who need healing, so we could do this quick. Is your turtle friend also a healer, or?
I get like a millimeter away from his face, and I whisper, hey, buddy, hey, can I show you my balls?
Oh.
And then forgetting what I just asked, I start like tonguing his ear.
Ooh.
I give
me a-
I give Cock a death stare as this is going on. Like, you are not about to ruin this for the both of us.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay. 24.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like this one.
Yes, he is an assertive type. That is for certain.
One of the other wizards runs up. Wait! Tug my mouth! And he points at his mouth.
I was like, ooh.
Do you tongue his mouth?
Yes, I tug his mouth, yes.
All right, you begin to put your tongue into his mouth, and then a large group of bees flies out of his mouth into your face. Got him! Got you, bitch! And then he gives you 2 middle fingers and runs off. Oh, that's Jeremy. He's a rascal. So, you wanted to show me your balls?
Yes. I whip out my balls.
Your actual balls or the other ones?
My actual balls, and then I remember that my balls refers to the other balls, and then I take those out.
He starts biting his lower lip. Shit. And then you pull out the other ones. Oh. Less exciting, but I'll take a look. What the hell are these? He grabs one. He puts it in his mouth and starts... Oh yeah, this is some sort of... Where the hell did you get these? They don't make these on Zocral Prime.
My coworker threw them up. I put one in my mouth.
Your coworker threw them up. Okay, well, these are were-orbs. I'm surprised you even have as many as you do. I mean, these ones appear to be less useful now, but you should get rid of those. They're useless. Once they've been thrown up, they're not useful anymore.
What would one use them for prior to someone throwing them up?
How about this? You give me 5 gold and I'll tell you.
Okay.
Okay, I was not expecting that to work. Oh, thank you. He takes 5 gold off you. Oh shit, I've made a profit today. So, wereballs or were-orbs are used to essentially transform animalistic humanoids into a more monstrous version of themselves. Essentially, you know what a werewolf is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that, but with other creatures. A werewolf is more natural. It's something that's an actual disease you can catch, whereas this is like a scientific version of that. They've been put into these little orbs, and if you take them, put them in someone's food or in their drink, you can infect them, or perhaps take them yourself as a pill.
Fantastic, yes.
You said one of your friends threw these up?
Yes, I did see her, roided up, as the kids say.
Roided up. How bad was it? Was she furry all over and trying to rip everyone's hearts out?
I don't know about the furry part. They do get up to some orgies, though. But she was trying to kill a kid, so, yes.
Well, maybe these aren't as powerful as the ones I've seen then. He throws it into the water.
Oh shit, my balls! Like, so you said they're not made here. Where are they made?
Well, it depends. I've heard a bunch of different companies work on them. The cyber company, some of the institutes on, what's the fucking planet that you people come from? Oh, Vegarok.
You people.
Yeah, they're not, Zocral Prime is very basic in terms of the sort of magic capabilities. We're the most advanced form of wizardry on this entire planet. I mean, I guess I could try to make one. I don't necessarily have the tools, but it is possible. It's just, that would be way more gold than you'd be willing to give me, and oh my gosh, it's not even worth the hassle at this point. I mean, ugh.
Of course. Maybe later, though. We'll see.
Okay.
Also, I do have some healing, so while I'm here, hey, baby.
Yeah? You want me to get my dagger out again?
Hell yeah.
Alright, he just starts stabbing himself in the chest over and over again. Let's get to it, baby! And some of the other wizards start walking over like, yeah! Devon, it has quickly devolved into weird pain orgy.
I instantly plop my cock on his chest.
Hey, he lies down for it.
Hey, yo!
He's like rips his robe open, so he's like his hairy chest is now on display.
I'm just taking notes in the back. I'm like, oh, this is good stuff to learn about.
This is how they heal. Suddenly, like 4 other wizards are completely naked, and it's just getting weird in the Mana Yard. Do either of you partake in the fest, the fuck fest?
Okay, I'll join in.
I I just
when in Rome.
watch on in awe.
All right, you watch on in awe, and that's where we'll pause with you guys. The other three are headed off towards the craft ward to get an outfit made for Alduin. You guys arrive at the craft ward.
I just looked for a place I'll like make clothes for him. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe the place was called. Yeah, so there's a tailor's. There's Ricky Taylor's. You just see a man in a store sewing.
I head into
like a
Ricky
dress
Taylor's.
For someone.
You're
And
a
into
tailor,
Ricky
Rick, not
Taylor's.
me.
Inside, you see a human man, a little bit hillbilly-ish. He's like, "I'll be right with you." He finishes sewing the dress. "What can I do you for, folks?"
I would like to order some clothes for my son here.
"Oh, all right. Custom, I assume?
Yes.
Let me get some measurements. Can you
Uh,
take that cloak off?"
Just as a fair warning, he was in a magical incident that has transformed him into some sort of creature. We're not quite aware what it is yet.
"Oh, Jesus Christ. What hasn't gone wrong in this city recently?"
And then I gestured to Aldwin to take the cloak off.
He takes the cloak off. Underneath, he's just bare.
Hmm.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he
Uh,
has no clothes, unfortunately.
My goodness. All right, just
Nothing has fit since the accident.
hold your arms out on either side, mister. And he starts taking measurements. Alduin says, looking at Reinhardt, maybe I do want to try your cloak."
Are you sure?
A little bit.
He says, only if Reinhardt's okay with it. I just want to see, you know?
Is it like the sort of thing that if he takes it off, will he revert back to being a child, or is it more like a permanent transformation?
I mean, Reinhardt can make an Arcana check to see if he would know that.
Okay, I'll do that. Alright, 4.
You're not quite sure.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure, however, you haven't attuned with the item yet, so you're not as sure. But you could see if you get a good roll.
17.
17? You're pretty sure that the effects take place while the wearer has the item on.
Yes, it's possible it won't be permanent.
Back to being 21.
Instead of what, 23? How old did it make you?
It made me 34.
Alright. Yes, you'll go back to being 21, but I assume Aldwin... I turn to Aldwin, I assume you don't want to wear it permanently. Just enough.
I just need to remember. Ricky is stood there in the room like, should I get started on
Yes, please, get started.
Okay, I'll go just let you folks figure out what the fuck's going on. And he walks off somewhere in
Aldrin?
the store.
I put the cloak back on him so he's no longer naked.
Okay.
I'm like, Aldrin, when we get back to the inn, and we're in the room, and it's safe, we can put the cloak on. I think we should wait till then and not do it in this tailor's shop.
All right. He agrees. I assume you guys wait for the clothes to be made.
Yeah.
He's just gonna make like basic sort of t-shirt, sort of
I
like
forgot
sci-fi
this.
t-shirt.
100% forgot this kid is completely naked under this cloak I gave him.
Yeah, and just like basic slacks. He makes some of these sandals that fit on his reptilian feet. And he just says, "Okay, the whole outfit together will be about 10 gold."
I hand it over.
All right, thank you very much. Sui.
I guess we head back to the room.
I learned something new about this cloak. Apparently, it allows the wearer to understand the language Draconic.
Finally, bro! Fucking Christ. Anyway, I didn't say that. You guys head back towards the fucking...
Wasn't there a notebook or something you had that you couldn't understand previously?
I think Reinhardt has 3 plaques that were written in a language you couldn't understand at the Dothan facility.
I don't have 3 plaques.
No, sorry, not Reinhardt. Erebus.
Oh, I show him the plaques. Now that he's mentioned that he now understands a foreign language.
Reinhardt's like thinking, like, wait a second, I think I understand a language I've never seen before. And then you show him these plaques as you guys are, I assume you're back in the room now.
Yeah.
Secured away. Okay, so you have 3 plaques. One of them, okay, I gotta open up my notes about this again because this is like session 1 notes. We're on like session 7 now.
I'm stumped.
No, it's fine. I know that once you put it on, you weren't like constantly checking it. I was just like waiting. I dropped a hint at one point in one of the other episodes that I just don't think anyone.
I knew. I just wasn't gonna bring it up and break meta.
So one of the plaques says Gauntlet of Fire. One of the plaques says Cape of Caldrith, and the other plaque says Immovable Rod.
So basically, everything we figured out by getting the magical items.
Yep.
All right.
Yay! Wow.
Plaques away. And then wasn't there like
That was so useful.
I swear there was something else that was written in Draconic that we couldn't understand, but we might have left it at the facility.
But would you like to attempt to put the cloak on Alduin?
Indeed. I would like
it off.
Alright, you can unequip the cloak, Reinhardt.
We just see his face like tighten and de-age, like.
Oh no, it does not do that actually. I'm still 34.
Have you been 34 the whole time?
No, I was 21.
Yeah, as you remove the cloak, you return to 21.
Okay. We'll see when I put it back on. We'll see when I put it back on.
As you place the cloak on Alduin.
Oh, take your new clothes off first, because we're about to age.
No, he needs to take a long rest. That's what I had to do to tune it.
Well, I'm about to describe. So he takes his new clothes off.
Before we start the description, okay, he's taking clothes off. Never mind, we're good.
Yeah. Takes his clothes off. He is now once again a naked child in your room.
Oh boy.
And places the cloak over him. As that happens, the 2 shoulder pads connect in the middle on his chest and create a strap of metal, goldish metal. That then extends out to a lower, almost like skirt-like armor set that extends around his young form. And then suddenly, before you, flames burst out. Both of you make dex saving throws.
He's turned into Superman. 19.
16.
Okay, both of you just take 2 damage. As you sort of have to like dive out of the way behind one of the beds as this explosion erupts. Part of the wall is like scorched with flame now. The ceiling as well.
There goes our security deposit.
and as you guys lift your head from behind the bed, you see a fully grown orange dragonborn in golden armor with this red cloak fallen behind him. And he's facing away from you now, so he's facing towards the door, sort of knelt down, one hand on his face.
Well, did it work?
I'll stand up and just go, "You still in there, Alduin?"
Alduin slowly rises to his feet. Where are we?
Knox Hollow in
Zokral Prime.
Zokral Prime.
Zokral Prime.
Mm-hmm. Same place we've been for the past 4 days. Feels like it's been months, but it's only been a few days.
He slowly turns towards the 2 of you. You can now see his mature face. If I have been traveling, I do not remember it. I only remember my mission. I have to save the Omega Astria.
Well, that's where you are.
Right, that much I do know. He laughs. I remember when I was here last.
So you've been here before?
Yes. Oh, there's so much coming back to me now. My siblings, they sent me here. My brother, he's back. I must stop him. This time, forever.
And who exactly is your brother?
Hadraxel,
A Draxel.
creator of the Hydros. Where exactly on Zokor Prime are we? How close are we to the capital?
I have no idea. I'm not sure there is one anymore.
I do
since
a
the last
history
time you've
check
been.
on the planet.
Yeah.
I got a 15.
15. You don't remember a capital in any time you've heard people talk about Zokor Prime?
Okay.
Osmos, the city my brother created.
Never heard of it.
Ah, shit.
Does not come to my mind.
Did I do this? And he points at the markings all over the scorch marks.
What? I don't know if you did it or you putting the cloak on did it.
There's
You do realize you were a child not 2 seconds ago, right?
Oh. I apologize for that. It is part of my species, specifically my clan. We have a ability similar to a phoenix that allows us when we die to return as a child. I created this cloak not long ago in order to remain a adult when I came back, but clearly I was not with me when I awoke wherever I was.
Well, to be honest, I think I'm not sure the full details. Either you crashed underneath a research facility or they built a research facility on top of where you crashed and they were studying you. So I don't know if it was on you when they found you and they put it elsewhere or it became detached from you when you crashed and they put it elsewhere for study.
Oh, the facility, is my ship still there?
No. It 100% fell into a deep, dark chasm that I don't know the depth of.
Shit.
But I did recover your flight box. You know, the hologram thing?
Yes. May I have it?
Sure.
Do you have my gauntlet?
No, that we traded for safety at some point. We were captured by the people of this planet, and to escape with all of our lives and safety, we traded it away.
Oh, well, this is disappointing. I was gonna use it to strike down my brother.
I'd already used it once, and someone else. It only has one use left, unless it's been used since we left. So,
Shit.
but I do have your removable rod.
Oh, yes. He holds his hand out.
I'd throw it to him. I have no use for it.
He grabs it. I was given this as a young boy. Puts it somewhere on his belt.
He immediately inserts it into his asshole.
Well, as you are the first people I have seen here, you will be my new subjects, and you will help me defeat Hadraxel.
No. I ain't bound to no one.
Hold on. There's a confusion here. Are you not sent here to help me defeat Hadraxel?
No one in this galaxy knows who the fuck Hadraxel is.
What? Of course. You didn't even know who I was. You should. Well, I will solve no issues in this room. And he
You probably won't.
walks up to the door,
I wouldn't do that.
literally fucking rolls a natural 20, kicks the door open. It just bangs up against the hallway. Follow me, subjects! And begins walking.
I just call after him. I'm like, you leaving and going elsewhere is not going to solve anything. No one knows who you are. No one knows who your brother is.
Away!
The people will literally try to kill you because you look
You have
differently
no
from them.
authority in this town.
That too.
You have no power in this room.
And that's where we're going to end today's session because holy shit, so much went off the rails.
I shouldn't have given him the cloak without discussing it with other people.
Bro, there was... Oh, I love this. I love fucking D&D. Holy shit.
Gabe,
Random
go
wizard
to-
sex orgy and finally the true... Well, you haven't asked him his name yet, so Alduin gets to be introduced. He's great.